to The Executive's View, the sports podcast where the stakes are high and the debates are fierce. Please welcome your host, Aaron Sirius Simmons, alongside co-host Barry DeVille Jordan. Each week, we bring you into the boardroom where the elite minds of sports converge. From the gridiron strategies to the business behind the ball, we tackle the hard-hitting questions and give you an insider's perspective. So pull up a chair and join us at the table where champions are made and legends are born. This is The Executive's View. Let's get down to business.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to The Executive's View. We are the view from on top. You could be anywhere in the world on a Tuesday night, but you're here with us. And I do appreciate that, man. You guys know how I get started, man. We are all over social media right now. We on Facebook, IG, X, TikTok, on Spotify. So you know the saying, if you like the show, see the show, share the show, man. We got so much stuff getting ready to hit your timelines. You don't want to miss anything. Hit that post notification, that bell, get notified every time we post, man. It's going to be a great next couple months here in the boardroom with The Executive's View, man. Y'all know, man, I don't do this by myself, man. I got a slew of brothers that are here ready to chop it up and talk all things sports. First and foremost, my co-host, Barry the Villain Jordan's in the building. What's going on, my guy? How we doing, sir?
Villain in the house, man. I need everybody to feel me with no hands, like Sean Price said. Sean P. I'm here. I'm ready to cook. I'm ready to go. Let's go. Let's do this.
Yo, man, we got a lot to talk about, man. I'm gonna come at you hard and heavy. Believe me, I got a video. I need you to see. I need you to see. We're gonna talk about your boy Daniel Jones and the New York Football Giants. But we'll say that for a little bit later on, man. Larry in the building, man.
Listen, serious. I was on vacation. And I was on vacation from that game, so I do not need to relive that.
Oh, we're coming back to it. We're coming back to it. Trust and believe. Larry, talk to me, my guy. Welcome to the building on a Tuesday night. Nice to see you feeling better, man. Last week you had the bubble guts and a bunch of other stuff going on, man. Good to hear you, man.
Man, oh my God, bro. I didn't even realize I was that sick, man. I held it down with a strep throat. It was like, man, hey, I'm going to hold it down. But, you know, it's all good, man. We got the crew back into the night. Glad to see Unc back in the building.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I almost had to put an APB out for this boy Aaron, man. He got ghost on me this weekend, even though he said he didn't. But the receipts say he did.
I didn't go anywhere. I was here. I am not hard to find.
Y'all in the chat, man. The receipts show he was dead silence. Dead silence.
Okay, so here's the thing.
We'll get into it, brother. We'll get into it.
I'm going to address that here in a second because he's talking Russell Wilson and the Steelers, and believe me, we'll get to that in a second. But see, Larry's new to the program, okay? He doesn't understand that when the Steelers game is on, I'm dead. I don't care if he's Jesus Christ. I don't care if he's Jesus Christ himself. And you know.
You could have responded after the game. After the game, it was still dead silent.
I probably could have.
But see, LG, if we answer one person, we gotta answer everybody.
But the game is
over. My phone goes hard during the Giants game.
I can't be doing all this nonsense back and forth. CK's in the building, man. Welcome back, Unc, man. Good to see you here in the building, man. What's going on, my guy?
Nothing much. I just need to stop whining.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that too. He and Brian Flores is going back and forth, man. And you know, he took a break from viewing game tape and film. You know, his college duties have brought him to us, man. Coach Lazar in the building. What's going on, my guy?
Hey guys, what's going on? Sorry I'm late. I was with a recruit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, ABC boys. A, always. B, C, Cruden. Always be Cruden. So that's just the key to being a great coach.
I know it's not hooked on phonics up there in Purdue.
I guess spelling ain't a subject that they hit in Purdue, but we'll talk about that at a later time, man. Gentlemen, I'm not going to waste anybody's time, man. I wanted to throw it around the diamond. for a quick little bit, man. There's been some teams that has been making some moves. Unfortunately, the Orioles lost another starter, lands on the IL. The Atlanta Braves seem to be doing Atlanta Braves things. The Philadelphia Phillies beat the brakes off of the Nationals. And don't look now, but there's a certain squad that plays in Texas that is starting to run over things that, once again, I saw coming. Speaking of Texas, Larry, talk to me, my guy. I'll let you bat lead off here, man. What's going on around the diamond? Where do you want to take this evening?
Man, all I'm gonna say is these Astros hotter than fish grease, brother.
We're calling them a certain team in Texas on today's podcast.
No, we address them by first name basis. The Houston Astros. You can say however you want to say it, man. You could say first name Houston, last name Astros, or however you want to categorize it. But this is how it's gonna go down, man. Right now, we sitting 5 games back from the number 1 overall seed. The only thing I will say, man, I honestly, I don't like it because we play better on the road, and it would steam much worse sending your Yankees home at home. It would steam much worse. Like I said, man, we've been over here playing around at home. Like we almost lost that game last night to the Red Sox. Luckily, another Yana bomb, bottom of the ninth. Hey, look. Steve filled me on this. We from Houston. Last year, everybody was fussing about Maldonado and play Diaz. This year, it's all Diaz show, and that boy been stepping up. Hey, he cleaning it up.
He had a slow start. Let's not act like he been on fire the whole season.
No.
Beginning of the season, everybody was kind of like, uh-oh.
Yeah, but we talking about. Yeah, we talking about after All-Star. After All-Star, he been.
After All-Star, he's been crazy. Yeah,
that dude been on it. So I'm gonna give my boys their props. I don't know what's going on with the Braves. Man, do they got something like going on in the water or something? Like, dude, like, I know they still been scuttling along, but I was like, dude, Austin Riley out now, and he basically out for the season. 46 weeks, he ain't coming back. So. Yeah, I mean, it's getting real interesting right now. The major things I've been keeping an eye on, of course, I've been keeping an eye on Astros, keeping an eye on, what's going on with these Orioles and Yankees. I mean, they kind of, battling it out. Oh my God. I don't know about you guys, but what's going on in Seattle? Like, what's going on with the Rangers? They the defending champions.
Classic, and it's like,
Yeah.
Is it a hangover? Is it a Because,
well, no, the Rangers are hurt. They got
the Rangers are.
Yeah, but I'm saying they was getting guys back, but like they free falling.
Well, Scherzer's got pushed back, right? He's not coming back in. He got pushed back a little bit. So, yeah, their 2 frontline guys are hurt. I mean, the Astros. I mean, listen, they're winning. They're hot right now. They're getting fat off of the bottom of the barrel. I mean, Red Sox are over.
Don't say that, bro. Don't say
that. No. Listen, pause. But I mean, they had the White Sox, they had the Rangers. So I mean, that's the games you're supposed to win.
No, but we took 2 out of 3 off them Orioles. Yeah, we did that. We took 2 out of 3 out them Orioles too. So yeah, don't say it's the bottom of the barrel.
No. I didn't say no. You didn't let me finish. You just wanted to be a. You know what? Now screw the Astros. The Astros.
Hey man, we talk so much Yankees on this show.
I was going to pause.
Put our chest out.
The Red Sox are a good team. I was going to pause, but you didn't give me a chance to finish. So screw the Astros. They're beating up on bums. They're a bum team in a bum division. When they got to play a real team, they're going to get their butts handed to them because they're bums. A bunch of bums.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Yeah, normally when it comes to matters of the Astros hate, me and Villain are in lockstep. You know what I'm saying? We can't stand the Houston Astros, but I'm not co-signing that nonsense he just said. I just can't.
No, it wasn't gonna be nonsense until LG had to come in and try to correct the villain.
But you know what? I always gotta tell y'all. Y'all was talking crap about my dark horse in the side. Hey, Fromber's over here dealing, brother. He gave
No
up
way.
he gave up the no in the bottom of the ninth. Other than that, he just pitched a shutout. Then he came back with 7 strong with 10. Dude got like 40 strikeouts and 3 starts. He's second in the league in wins right now. I said,
Okay, that's great.
He's my dark horse. He's my
That's
dark
great.
horse.
But the reality is right now, the American League Central would send 2 wild cards to the playoffs. If we're ranking divisions right now, the West is not that great a division. That's not to say that the Astros aren't playing well. But the Seattle Mariners, and I said this, I think 2 months ago, that Jerry DiPoto needed to be fired because I don't know what the hell is going on in Seattle. They're underachieving like crazy. And they have been since he's been the general manager. Even the year they made the playoffs. Hold on. If y'all remember even the year season they made the playoffs, first of all, they should have beat y'all. But poor managing decisions allowed you know what's going on. The lefty.
Yeah, but you don't pitch the Alvarez in the bottom of the ninth.
That's what I mean. That's poor managing decisions.
Yeah, that was dumb. That was dumb.
Even that season, Seattle underachieved for where they were versus where they wound up. The manager and the general manager need to go. But let's talk about the Royals and what they're doing. They're doing a hell of a thing, man. The Royals are. That team, and I said before the season, I liken them to the Orioles. That they were a team that was going to come and going to come and going to come, and nobody's going to pay them attention, and they're going to get in the playoffs, and they're going to ruin somebody's day. If they get in the playoffs, they're going to ruin somebody's day. The Twins are the Twins. Byron Buxton is hurt. It's like, water is wet. Byron Buxton's hurt again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Again, another poor decision by management. You had an opportunity to get out from under Byron Buxton. Instead, you gave him ugu gobs of money, knowing he might play 80 games in the season. I don't know what's going on with Atlanta, but I think the Austin Riley injury is going to hurt them way more than people are giving it credit for. He was literally carrying that team, man. He was carrying that team. And
let me ask you this question, Chandler. As you're in Atlanta, do you think they fall out of the wild card?
Do you think what?
Do you think Atlanta falls out the wild card picture? Because right now they're sitting at the last spot in the wild card race right now.
I think who's behind them?
The Mets.
The Mets nipping on their heels.
Yeah, the Mets are coming, man.
The Mets, the Giants, and the Cardinals. And the
I think the Mets can take it. Listen, Ali Marmol is going to find a way to screw up the Cardinals. The Giants are going to find a way to underachieve because that's what they do. What people don't realize about the Rangers, if you look at Bruce Bochy's man when he was in San Francisco, they would have a great season, win the World Series. Next season, not so great. Then they have a great season, win the World Series.
Yeah, they won
next
every
season,
other year. They won every other year.
Yeah. So this is typical Bruce Bochy teams. But to me, the most interesting race is the National League Wild Card and the American League Central. Those races are going to be very interesting to me.
The AL East is pretty tight too at the top. Those two teams are not giving up a lot of position.
Well, here's the deal. Like, again, don't get it twisted. I want the Yankees to get the shirts and the hats. Don't get it twisted. But let's keep it a bean. If they don't, they're still making the damn playoffs.
Yeah.
So,
and if they don't win that division, you can hang your hat on one guy. A guy that I would, if you ever drive around a house in a neighborhood and you see, like an old car seat out in front of the house, take for free. That's what I would do with Clay Holmes. Like, put him outside my house and take him for free, because that guy has single-handedly cost the Yankees the lead in the division. 10 games that clown is blown. 10. That's 10 games we should be ahead in that division just on him alone. So that guy's a clown. But, the Mets, honestly, I think they can catch the Braves, but something tells me they don't have enough pitching, man. Like, they just don't have enough starting pitching to get it done. Like, they can hit. Lindor is playing some really good baseball and not getting enough credit because he gets killed when he doesn't play good baseball. He's playing good baseball. They don't have enough pitching. They just don't. And I agree with the AL Central is not as strong as like top heavy. Like it's weird. Like the teams, like the Guardians and the Royals, don't scare me if I had to play them in the playoffs. But that's a tight race. Like the Royals are a good team. They're a good young team. The Guardians just aren't going away. Like they're here. Like the Royals are here. Like
I mean, the Guardians
like
are locked into a 3-3 tie right now. With the Yankees.
Exactly. The Tigers are an under 500 team that's going to give you a lot of problems. The Tigers got some young talent. They're you know what I mean? Like there's teams in that other than the White Sox, every team is just going to give you a headache. You know what I mean? Like so. They're an interesting team. Boston's not going away. Their youth is getting a lot better as the season progresses. So I like what I see in Boston. The Orioles are the Orioles. The Astros should run away with that division just because I don't see anybody else in that division even trying to put up a fight. No. But it's going to be interesting because guess another team that's coming, the Padres. The Padres are coming. They're playing some good baseball.
They just lost their first series since post All-Star break. Like
exactly.
I mean, so they're here. They're coming. They're here.
Yeah,
they're going to be a problem. They're going to be a problem in the playoffs. They're making the playoffs.
71 and 55 right now. First part in the wild card. So they're here. They're not coming. They're here.
Give the Brewers credit, man. They're a good baseball team. They're playing some good baseball as well. Like they're not quietly. They're 20 games over 500, right?
The only bad thing they lost Yelich. Yelich is out. Like you said about Buxton gets hurt. Yelich gets hurt.
He's been hurt so much. Does it even matter?
No, because you're used to not playing with them, Monk. You're used to them not being there, so it's not a problem. But I like the Brewers. I don't know if they're going to make a deep playoff run, but they're a good team. They're a feisty team, and like the Dodgers, they had that, like the Yankees, they had that early lead, and they kind of fell back a little bit, and now they let the Padres nip at their heels. The Padres can steal that division. They can steal that division from the Dodgers.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, they can, dude. Yeah, they can.
Because you guys were talking about the Astros schedule. Look at the Padres schedule down the stretch. They're going to stack up. They're going to stack up some wins. So that's why I don't think Dylan is telling tales out of school with saying that. I'm just saying, like, you got to play who's on the schedule, and you look at their schedule.
I just have a hard time seeing the LA Dodgers fall out of first place. But I mean, looking at their schedule, again, Steve, you know, dang, they do got some layups in here.
They will read it off.
Like I'm saying, look, I'm not just talking out of the side of my neck here, Mr. Simmons. I mean, I'm just saying, it's like, I'm a busy man with a busy schedule, and I make time for other things. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not just here, just talking. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but I want to say this real quick. The Astros just keep grinding. Just keep plugging away. You got to play who's in front of you, and it's just like for this team where they were. Where me and Larry were having a public therapy session on this air about our dear Astros. And the way they have now, with the help of the Rangers and the Mariners, the way the Astros have kind of turned this season around, you still got to win the games. And guess what? Former Cy Young winner, former MVP, Justin Verlander will be back tomorrow. Everybody, isn't that great?
He'll be hurt in a week. In a week.
Hey, look, we need him for October, not even really now. But it's like so. But see, isn't it funny how like the Astros said, okay, let's take our time with this guy. He's one of our thoroughbreds. Let's not rush him. Let's not rush him back. Let's just try to piece it together. Get some long release. Get some fifth starter. And here it is. When you need him, he's back, and this is about as healthy as he's gonna be. And yeah, Chandler, you're right. He might be hurt again in 2 weeks, but this is the way you bring back your ace. I'm not going to mention any. I'm not going to mention any other teams and how they might have handled their ace. But this is how you handle bringing back your ace into the.
Hey, Steve, I know. Steve, I know you sleep. Keep talking. I know you sleep, sir.
But you know what, Steve?
And you know what? I'm gonna call the NCAA and start opening up some investigations.
Look.
You know what? Hey, Steve, and when I say he's going to be hurt, I don't think he's going to be an arm issue. I think he's going to be his back. I think he's going to have some back issues because, getting back into the swing of things. But I think come come playoff time, he's going to be rounding right into form.
That is his back is the reason why I think they've taken their time with him, because like his arms, I think his arm is fine. I just think, of course, we all know Verlander's up in age. So I think his back is the reason why they've like taken it easy on him. He's kind of like slowly worked his way back, So he just started pitching off the mound not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? So he was doing some long. So they're playing this the right way. But the Astros have always kind of done right by their pitching in their pitching staff. So it's like that I had no concern about that. What I want to say is, of course, like I love that the Rangers are in the mud. It warms my heart to see those guys doing so poorly. Y'all, I think we said too many nice things about the Pirates.
They fall. They fall.
We were all like we just said too many nice things about the Pirates, and boy, that's baseball, baby. Again, it's like it's a long season. I live here in Pittsburgh. I mean, I root for the Pirates. I want them to do good. The vibe in the city is just better when the Pirates are doing well. It's like, hey, let's go Bucks. But man, to see what has happened with a talented team. They are a talented team. And I'm going to say this as an outside observer, it's like people want to blame Nutton all the time. People are getting on Sherrington. Sheldon is not a major league manager.
Thank you.
He is not. I have seen enough. There's too much talent on this team for them for the mental mistakes, the things that they do come with good coaching and good teaching would erase a lot of the mistakes the Pirates make. Base running mistakes, like fielding mistakes, people make errors. I mean, that's whatever. But it's like base running, just like situations, like he makes bad like adjustments, like substitutions. He keeps guys in too long. He takes guys out too early. It's just like the Derek Sheldon experiment needs to go away. I don't know who they bring in. Maybe they need a manager who's a little bit more of a Schumacher would be good. Schumacher would be actually really good, but they need more of a tactician. It's like Derek Sheldon by trade is a hitting coach, and hitting isn't the problem for the Pirates. It's other things, and I'm just gonna say, look, we said too much nice stuff about the Pirates, and look what's happened. And I think people it's very easy for people to blame the owner because people have been blaming the owner in the front office for 25 years. It's like Derek Sheldon needs to go, and they need to really bring in more of a tactician, more of a manager, and not just a coach. It's the difference between a coach and a manager. That baseball, there's a reason why they call them baseball managers and not baseball coaches. It's just he's not the CEO type. He goes with his gut far too much for me. I mean, again, it's like you have people who don't like analytics and stuff like that, but in today's game, it has a part in how you prepare and how you go out there and put a team together. And I don't know. It's like that's just it's at the front of my mind because I was arguing with people about this at work today. It's just like, no, stop blaming the front office. Nobody wants to blame Sheldon. He's the one that needs to, and this has been something that was like on the front of my mind. So I just thought since we were talking baseball, I thought I'd put that out there.
O'Neal Cruz should be so much better than he is. He should be so much better, and he's not.
They just let him go out there. They just letting him go out there and just like go athlete yourself. Go. You're big, you're strong. Just go be big and strong. And he's not getting any type of it's like I don't know. It's like he has this raw talent. It's raw talent. You can't just let raw talent just continue to be raw. You have to mold it. You have to shape it. He needs to be coached. It's like never mind. I've been yelling about this all day, so that's fine.
No, I mean that's real talk though. That's real talk, man. The crazy thing about it is we was on this very network last week, and rectify me if I'm wrong. The Pirates are in playoff position. I mean, they were sniffing at the wild card, and you blink, and a week later they're at the bottom of the division, 14 and some out.
Losing 10 games in a row do that.
Yeah. I mean,
it doesn't help that they had to play the Pirates 6 out of those games, right?
The Padres.
The Padres. Yeah, they played the Padres. Yeah,
they got swept both times by the.
ouch.
Hey, I will say this, hey Steve. So I know we the outsiders over here, but I will say this, man. We was talking about what's gonna happen after All-Star break and after those trades, and I know you was real upset about that. Is how you say his name? Chikuchi? Chikuchi? How
You
you say?
say Kikuchi.
Yeah. I just call him K, man. Like,
Hey,
I don't got time for
that dude been dealing. He been doing exactly what we need him to do. 5-6 innings, 17 Ks.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what I said. I was like, what he's gonna do? He's not gonna blow anybody away. He's gonna eat up innings, and much to his credit, he's done it. He's done exactly what they make him trade for. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a good trade, and I think that they were more comfortable with making that trade because Spencer Arrighetti has been pitching his butt off.
Oh yeah,
I think that's why they was okay with making the trade. Arrighetti has been, he's been pitching his butt off. I don't know what they kind of juice they gave Hunter Brown. Man, Hunter Brown over here looking like JV reincarnated.
I mean, he looking like Young Diesel again. It's like he was looking like a Toyota Tacoma, early in the season.
Yeah.
And now he looking like Young Diesel again. So I'm glad for that. And this has been Astros liftoff.
Yes,
but they're also not asking Kikuchi to do anything other than be a third, fourth starter. See, in Toronto, they kept asking him to be a front of the rotation starter, 1 or 2. It's not who he is. He's a solid fourth starter who's going to give you innings. He's going to get you length. So Toronto never used him properly, which is why you saw him sort of fail. In Houston, he doesn't have to be the savior. Dude, just walk every 5th day and pitch. Whatever you give us, we're good.
We'll keep you in the game. We got defense behind you. We'll keep you in the game.
So
you'll pick up some wins, and hopefully we get Tuck back, man. I'm not a big Tuck fan, but hey, right now we'll take whatever we get.
Oh no, we don't want Kyle Tucker back in the lineup.
Here we go. So
I think you're his agent. Are you his agent?
He might be. Might be.
I'm not a Kyle Tucker fan. I'm not. Steve knows that. That's why he said that. I'm not a Tucker fan.
No,
but we'll take.
We have been fighting over Kyle Tucker for years, fellas.
We'll take
Speaking of Cy Young and pitching, man, I wanted to give you the updated list of 10 guys, 10 from the AL, 10 from the NL that potentially win the Cy Young. Looking at this list here, gentlemen, your boy Hader is on the list. You got Emmanuel Clace, you got Tark, you got Seth, some names. Lewis Gill from the Yankees actually made the list. From the NL, you got Schwartz, you got Tanner. Yo, my man Skeens fell off the list.
Yeah, he's been struggling.
Skeens fell off the list. When we did this 2 weeks ago, he was top 3. You know what I'm saying? So looking at these 20 guys, gentlemen, like, where's your head at based off of where we currently sit at right now on August the 20th? Who do you think wins this damn thing from the AL and the NL? I'm gonna throw it around real quick, man. Steve, talk to me, guy. AL, NL, take it where you feel, my guy.
I mean, look, I have been champion of Ranger Suarez the whole season. Like whenever this comes up, he's the first name that I think of on the NL side. His teammate, Wheeler, has been ridiculous as well. I tell you what, was former teammate. I tell you what, he has Rookie of the Year locked up. We all know that. He should probably win Rookie of the Year. The Cy Young thing was cool. Who knows? I mean, this thing is fluid. Like you said, 2 weeks ago he was top 3, and now he's out of the list. If he can put together another couple of good starts, who knows? But like, I like Suarez. I like Wheeler. It's kind of like a dark horse. In the AL, I mean, my man Tariq, I've been, championing him. Like I said, stayed up late the other night, watch him just absolutely mow down the Mariners. He was in his bag the other night. Josh Hader, how? I guess, is it a Josh Hader I don't see?
Well, Larry's part of the voting committee, so that's how he got there.
No, because that dude's first half of the season was having me about to go down to Minute Maid Park.
Yeah. But I will say this, and then I'll move it around. So like I like Suarez. I've been talking about Suarez all year. I like Wheeler. I've been talking about Screwball all year. I'm gonna steal a little bit of Unk's thunder. Unk, I see it with Lugo. I see it now. Okay, Lugo has been amazing. He has been fantastic. Look, I was late to the party, but now I'm here and I'm having a blast. Like Lugo has been fantastic. Lugo has been fantastic. I just like again I talked the other day about like how much I love pitching. It's like Lugo has become appointment television. I'm glad I have extra innings because whenever I see that he is pitching for the Royals, guess what? I'm going to try to watch at least the first 4 or 5 innings of a start for him because like he has been electric. He is one of the big reasons why the Royals are doing what they're doing out there. And then it's like I want to see these high pressure starts because the Royals are in a pennant race now. I want to see how he responds to the pressure, and we'll see.
All right, you know what I'm saying? Larry, president and CEO of the Josh Hader fan club. Talk to me, my guy.
Man, look, Josh Hader. The thing with Josh Hader was, to me, it was like, you know, I get Presley was getting up in age, but, you know, hey, we could have left it alone. I'm put like that. You know, me and Steve both agreed. If you're gonna pick up somebody, pick up another setup guy and get rid of Montero, which took, you know, way too long to get rid of. But on another note, back to the Cy Young predictions, man. You know, my dark horse is still my dark horse. You know, in the AL, you know, Framber has been pitching his butt off. I'll co-sign what Steve said. Hey, Lugo's been he's been up there. I think, you know, when it comes to the Baltimore pitchers, they kind of like all stealing votes from each other. I mean, you know, I don't think that they're gonna get to the point where, you know, Corbin Burns is taking votes from somebody, and you know that's the front end starter. So you know they're not gonna win it. I think when it comes down to it's Screwballs to lose. The only thing I will say, and we've all seen this before, where you see a dominant pitcher, but they're on such a bad team, and nobody watches Tigers games, but maybe people, and you get these teams where, and I'm not pressing it, but I'm saying you get these teams where. Say they're in a big market, so of course, you know they're gonna steal some votes. Even you know Chandler's been preaching, you know, Gil all season. He's gonna steal some votes from somebody just because he's in New York. I mean, you're gonna see that. So
I mean, he's pitching well though. Don't get it twisted. Don't.
No, I'm not gonna get it.
I don't think he means stealing, but it's just,
but he's gonna take some votes. It's gonna be some guys because I'll be honest with you. I mean, it's gonna be some guys who are going to get votes from Baltimore because they are playing the Yankees, and it's a much more high-profile game. I mean, I'll be honest with you. When the last time you sat back and actually saw a primetime Tigers game?
The other night. That was it.
Yeah, one all season. So we know how that is. You know, you could rack up the wins and win the Cy Young. That don't mean you was the best pitcher. I mean, Pedro could have won it every year, but you know, he was the best pitcher for like a decade. He could have won every year. That doesn't mean he's gonna win it. So we'll see. I mean, you know, we'll see how it goes. We all thought it was gonna be Skeens in the NL, but now I'm kind of starting leaning back towards Sale. You know, I was a big Hunter Green fan. He's hurt now, so he's off the table. But you know, it's so tight in the NL. Like Steve, you mentioned it, bro. Those high pressure games and those. I'm gonna say those high pressure televised games is what it's gonna come down to. And if Chris Sale's the one out of everybody on the AL side, on the NL side, I can say he's pitched big games, he's been in big situations, he knows what to do. He's playing on a team that's gonna get a lot of primetime games, and I think he's like Screwball. It's kind of his to lose, and we'll see what happens. I thought it was like Skeens. I don't think I said with Skeens that they were probably shut him down, and we've seen that.
Well, let me ask you this question about Chris Sale. With the free fall of the Atlanta Braves, do you think that hurts Chris Sale?
No, that actually props him up because he's the ship.
Okay.
Chris Sale
if it wasn't for him, they'd be a sinking ship right now.
Yeah, that elevates his story. That you know, it's like Chris Sale comes out and just say he goes 500 the rest of the season, right? And they do make the playoffs. how many people even expected them to still be in the position that they are right now? Nobody.
Yeah.
And that's when people gonna be like, "Yep, Chris Sale, Cy Young winner."
Villain, talk to me, my guy. If you need me to throw the list back up, I can. But we got 10 guys out of the AL, 10 guys out of the NL. Man, talk to me.
No, I mean, Hill will not be on that list because he just left today's game with back tightness. So I doubt he's going to make another start or two anytime soon. So I think he'll fall off a little bit. I said it last time. I like Sale in the NL. Like, I don't know why anybody else would think any other way. I said Lugo in the AL was a dark horse. I'm glad coach is coming around. I think, he was too busy recruiting. You know what I mean? Like, too busy in his own thing to understand what the villain was talking about. But we know it's the Rook, man. It's the Rook from Detroit. Saw him firsthand the other night. Screwball. He's amazing. He's amazing and makes it look pretty easy at his age. So I like him. I think it's a two-man race. I don't know why Chase and Hader are up there. I mean, you get about 4 runs in a season. That's amazing. But I don't see it. You got to be like out of this world as a reliever to get a Cy Young. So I think Screwball and Lugo are your two. It's a 2-horse race. And I agree with you guys. I think the Baltimore pitchers are going to cancel each other out. It's not out of the realm of possibility, right? I think Burns is having a really good year, but it's hard when your teammates doing the same thing. Like, MVP wise, Judge could be a clear front runner, but then now Soto is coming right on his heels, right? So like it could be that kind of thing. So yeah, I like Screwball in the AL.
I feel you, man. CK, man, talk to me, my man. You got 10 guys here, 10 from the AL, 10 from the NL, that are predicted to be in the conversation. I'm sure when we convene next week on Tuesday, this list may be, shuffled up a little bit. But how you feel, sir?
Every one of those closers needs to be removed. I'm sorry, because none of them are having the type of season that would warrant Cy Young consideration. I'm sorry. Listen, people don't even know who Clase is. They know Jose Ramirez on the Indians. So miss me. Listen, he's 37-40 for saves. I get all of that. He hasn't blown a save since Umpty Squat. Okay, fine. He is not. He ain't on that level. Okay, he's not there. Okay, because they could. Excuse me. They could win because that entire bullpen is great. It's not just him. All right. So take him off. Get rid of the relievers. Scooble, honestly, excuse me, I think he hurt his case the other night because, okay, goodness, the Yankees gave everybody the blueprint,
right?
Which is wait him out. Mm-hmm. Now he should have dominated because number one, the Yankees suck against left-handers. He was out of there by what, 5th inning? Because of the pitch, because of the amount of pitches he threw. You can't be a Cy Young candidate when in the showcase game, you can't get anybody out. You walk in the ballpark and you out by the 5th inning. You can't. Now, I still think he's one of the two that they're going to look at. But for me, it's Seth Lugo. It's Seth Lugo because the more we talk about the Royals, and especially if the Royals cement the wild card with, say, a week and a half or so to go, Lugo's getting that doggone Cy Young because it's the story. Remember, these writers, they love the story. Okay, they love the narrative more than they like actual numbers sometimes. Seth Lugo, and the Mets never gave him a chance. And he goes to Kansas City, downtrodden forever. Oh, my God, and Bobby Witt's there, and it's just him and Lugo, and they picked that organization up by his bootstraps, and oh, my God. Come on, son. Come on. This is going to be a made-for-TV movie about Seth Lugo. All right.
And right straight to Disney Plus, right?
What if I told you that the Mets didn't like Seth Lugo? Come on, man. It's all of that. But I want it to be Chris Sale because that kid has been through so much. All right. It seemed like every single time he was about to, get over that hump, he'd throw one pitch, his arm would fall off. You know what I'm saying? He got hit by a car. His dog bit him. You know what I'm saying? He fell off the roof.
Right.
It was
always
banana peel. You know what I'm saying? And nobody talks about the fact that if it wasn't for him, the Red Sox never win that World Series. Remember, he pitched in relief. Everybody forgets about the only talk about the injuries. So I really wanted to be him. You know, but I think it's gonna be Suarez. Because again, that's a hell of a story. That's a hell of a story. You know, in the narrative, again, especially the Padres are coming. And here's Robert Suarez. Oh my God. And he was terrible. And look, and honestly, you can't help but root for guys like that. You know, you really can't. I wanted to be Scooble and Sale. I think it's going to be Lugo and Suarez. I really do.
I can't disagree with Suarez and Lugo. I think Screwball. I just like his story, like you alluded to. There's no way on God's green earth I thought Hader should have got it. I don't think Louis Gill should be even in the conversation. Looking at Aaron Nola from the Phillies. I mean, Gavin Stone maybe, but it's Robert Suarez, dog. Like I want to at least kind of be optimistic about the others.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Suarez. Like I think again, I'm the odd one out. I think the free fall of Atlanta is gonna hurt Chris Sale. I really do. And I just think that.
But see, not if when so Atlanta's free fall, and if he's the stopper, of Atlanta's reeling, and then Sale comes, win, and then they just keep losing. That's going to enhance his case.
But see, here's how I think about it. And again, I don't mind being wrong here. The bigger story is it was what Suarez is doing. If Suarez wasn't doing what he's doing, then I can see the Chris Sale stopgap narrative being the thing that gets him the dub or gets him the Cy Young. Not that he's pitching badly. I mean, the dude has an ERA of 2.6. Right? That's not to throw a stick at. So
I'm still mad about them relievers being on there like It's like nobody's having an Eric Gagne, Trevor Hoffman type season.
Right.
Either one of them. You know, and that's what it took. People like you talk about people forget how dominant Gagne was. You know, and that's why he won the Cy Young. Trevor Hoffman was the NL's version of fucking Riviera for a while there. When he came in, when you heard Hell's Bells, came over. You know what I'm saying? It was that's just what it was. You know, it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's crazy that, you know, we're talking about relievers. But anyway, I just thought about that just now. About like, I'm thinking relievers who won the Cy Young. Eric Gagne was like almost like was out of this world. He was having an out of body. He was having an out of body experience every time he got on the mound. You know what I'm saying? But it was a long time ago, and people forget that like that's what it takes to be a NL or AL Cy Young winner from the closer spot. So it's like crazy.
Hey, Aaron, I will say this though.
What's up,
you know, another reason why I think Chris Sale will win it. When have you ever seen a pitcher win the Triple Crown in a division and not get the Cy Young?
Yeah,
he's close to it. Hey,
I can't argue. I can't argue against
Crown. It's a wrap. I don't care what nobody else do. Nobody's gonna say a pitcher who wins the Triple Crown in any division is not gonna be the Cy Young.
Or a hitter.
There is precedent, and there is precedent for LG, right? I mean, we talked about King Felix being on a bad team, and
but you would have to have that type of a season,
right? Exactly. But I mean, he had a lights out year on a bad team, so I don't know if the Braves making the playoffs is going to be a big deterrent. You know what I mean?
90% of the time, if you win the Triple Crown,
just challenge this play at home plate.
Yeah, 90% of the time, if you win a Triple Crown in pitching, they might as well just bring the Cy Young, have it, you know, UPS shipped to your house, you know, you co-sign.
I mean, it's like there's a precedent for it. I mean, because it's like what, like Miguel Cabrera won the Triple Crown. The Tigers stunk, but it's like he won just like with Russell Westbrook, triple doubles. Hey, everybody!
Hey, don't get me started. No, hey, wait! We're not going there.
Do that.
Do that. Yeah, triggered. He's shaking. He's shaking. He's shaking
really tonight.
Steve know how I feel about that dude. Anywho, but yeah, man, it's gonna be fun down the stretch. Looking at how, you know, these teams kind of jockey for position. the different names that are potentially in the Cy Young category. But before we leave baseball, you wanted me to read the Padres' next couple weeks. They got the Twins, the Mets, the Cardinals. They got the Tigers. They got the Giants. Then they have an interesting 2-game series in September versus the Mariners, which could help or hurt the Astros sitting here. So and then they got the Astros in the middle of September. They got a 3-game.
That's cake.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I'm just messing with them.
Astros.
Come on,
yes,
now.
For the Astros. Yes,
No, the Twin series and the second Mets series, they're going to lose.
Yeah, they got a 4-game. Actually, starting today. Well, actually started yesterday. They won yesterday. They got 2 more versus the Twinkies today and tomorrow. And then on Thursday, they start a 4-game series with the Mets. It looks like it's in San Diego. So
I remember being stationed in San Diego in the 80s and early 90s when the Mets weren't good at all. Yet somehow they always beat the damn Padres.
Yeah. So
it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be interesting to see how this whole thing shakes out, man.
I just want to say this real quick. It's not about this time of year. It's not about sweeping series. It's about winning series. If you win 2 out of 3, you win 3 out of 4, or even if you tie series. And if you look at that, like if the Padres can tie the series, or win one of those Mets series and then maybe tie the other one, or maybe even win one, lose one, but then if they sweep the Tigers and they sweep the Cardinals, and they, so it's just it's just interesting to see this time of year. You don't have to win. You want to win every game, of course, but if you can win the series, that's what's important this time of year.
Yeah. So with that being
speaking of win, my boy's in the game now, so we can close the book on this one.
Well, Trent Grisham already did that because he decided to hesitate going around 30, even though he's been waved home, and then he's looking back while he's running. Why are you looking back? Just run.
But he was safe.
We got another Yana bomb over here, fellas. We got another Yana bomb.
No, I need y'all to pray for me because Clay Holmes is in the game, and I'm not.
Oh yeah, he's in the game, man. It's a problem. I'm telling you.
No, we walking Clase off tonight. I meant to text that to y'all, but I forgot. We walking Clase off tonight.
We have no choice.
Hey man, we got a Yonder Diaz, another bomb over here. He tearing up the seats in the Crawford boxes, man. I'm just letting y'all know.
Who they playing? Who they playing tonight? Who that's playing tonight?
Red Sox.
Red Sox. They're the Red Sox. It's the bottom of the 5th right now.
What's about 7-1?
Nah, it's tied up.
Tie 5-5.
Oh, that's gonna be a good game. I'm gonna have to try to look at the end of that. The end of that game sounds like it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. With that being said, I wanted to transition. College football is officially back, gentlemen. Like week 0 is here. This is no more days, weekends without football until February sometime, man. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm almost crying. We got 4 games that kick off on Friday. We got Florida State at Georgia Tech. We got Montana State at New Mexico, SMU at Nevada, and Delaware State at Hawaii. We're going to touch these 4 games and these 4 games only. When we convene next week, we'll hit with the full allotment of games, man. When week 1 officially kicks off, as a matter of fact, I'm going to be working one of those games, University of Maryland. So, Steve, talk to me, my guy. You know what? This is our wheelhouse. That's what we do, bro. College football. That's what we cut our teeth at, at the other spot, man. Florida State at Georgia Tech. Montana State at New Mexico, SMU at Nevada, Delaware State at Hawaii to round out the evening. Bring us home, man. How you feel?
All right. First off, we made it, boys. We made it.
Yes, sir.
So it's like it was. I had my doubts, but we made it. You know, it was touch and go there, like in late May, early June. It was touch and go there, but we made it, boys. Florida State, Georgia Tech. You know what? Watch this game for the beautiful Ireland landscape. I'm sure they'll have like the shots coming in out of commercial. That will be just gorgeous. Other than that, not too much gonna be happening. Take the 11.5 points. I mean, I know don't want to touch on the gambling or whatever. Take the 11.5 points. I don't know. It's like Florida.
It's come down. It's come down.
Oh, it's come down. Really?
It's 10.5 now.
Yeah, 10.5. But that's not much.
Okay. I would say take the 10.5. It's like so. Yeah, but I again, two Seminoles fans on the show with us right now. I think this will be a situation where this isn't the Georgia Tech of old. This isn't the triple option grinded out type of Georgia Tech. So it's like the option's always weird to like kind of prepare for. You don't gotta really prepare for that. So it's like I feel like Florida State. Again, we talked about this. Like, yeah, they have talent. It's like they didn't make the playoff last year because their quarterback got hurt, which was ridiculous. You know, it's like there's still talent there. It's going to be a filling out process with DJ. We know that. Like that's to be expected. But I still think Florida State can win this game by 2 touchdowns at least. You know, I'm gonna skip over Montana State, New Mexico because Montana State, New Mexico. I'm not expecting a whole lot of that. I will be watching it.
Oh yeah,
I will be locked in, but I'm not expecting a whole bunch out of that game. Just it's going to be football. Montana State is a very good, like kind of lower level team that if New Mexico doesn't watch out, could beat them. So that'll be an interesting game to watch. SMU Nevada is a game that I'm not going to miss a second of because every year I get irrationally hyped about a team, and damn it, the ponies are up this year. It's like I don't know why. It's just I'm looking at the landscape. I'm looking at the team. They improved. It's like I think SMU. Look, yeah, they're going to the ACC. It's big boy football, whatever like that. But I think SMU will be fine. I'm interested to see how they go about this. It's going to be crazy, and I just think with them, yeah, they had to pay $100 million to join the ACC pretty much, but they got it. It's like me and Larry know this. It's like that money in Highland Park run deep. That's the kind of
that money long, man. That money long.
Yeah. Like as long as there's oil coming from out of the ground, they got money. So that's deep money. They're going to start spending that money. They're not going to do it now, but they're going to start spending that money a little bit. But as far as the football team now, I'm anxious to see like how they adjust to the ACC, but I think they'll be fine because let's not act like the American is like some there's good football played in the American. There's good teams in the American Conference. So SMU I think will be fine. Nevada again, it's like games out there. It's going to be at home. It's going to be late. You know what I'm saying? Well, not really late, but it's like late for me on the East Coast, but kind of like in the middle of the day, like out there. But it's like so they'll be all jazzed up because SMU is going there. And this is a game, of course, that was scheduled before they joined the ACC. Mm-hmm. So SMU going to Reno is going to be. They're going to be all jazzed. It's going to be what makes college football great. That atmosphere in Reno. They're going to be all lathered up and they're going to be all crazy. And of course, the Gambler's Delight sicko degenerate game of the week. Delaware State in Hawaii. This game kicks off at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time.
Ooh, I'll be there.
Thank you. I'm like, this game kicks off at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. And guess who's going to be right in front of the TV watching it? This guy right here. This guy, because I saw today, because I am a sicko. This is what I do. I love college football. Delaware State missed their flight to Honolulu because they had to drive from Dover, where Delaware State is, to JFK, and they missed the bus. There was like a scheduling snafu, and they missed their flight. So now Delaware State has to find a way to get to Honolulu in 3 days.
That's crazy.
So a game that was already going to be a tie fire, that was just going to be just so bad it's going to be good, you're gonna have a already overmatched, and it's funny saying that a team is overmatched against Hawaii, but like a already overmatched Delaware State team. God bless them. They're gonna go out there. I don't know what the line is, but boy, take the Rainbow Warriors for whatever the line is. Take it probably. You know,
line right now is 39.5.
Yeah, so it's like this would be Hawaii's one. You know, and it's like I love Hawaii. I love the aesthetic. They moved out of that dump that was the Aloha Bowl, and now they play in a stadium that look like they bought it from Costco or like Home Depot or something like that. It's like a mixmash of like seriously know what I'm talking about. It's like Hawaii Stadium looks like they built it over a long weekend. You know, like you know.
Is that why they couldn't hire you as the coach because of the facilities?
You know, it's not even that. It's just like they don't got enough money, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like everything's so expensive out there. It's $18 for a gallon of milk out there and stuff like that.
It ain't worth it, man.
You know what I'm saying? It really
gotta live.
It's like the cost of living in West Lafayette is very low, and it's like money goes a long way in West Lafayette, Indiana. So it's like, I mean, I'm good. But anyway, I am just so glad that college football is back. That like I said, I am going to watch every second of SMU, Nevada. I'm going to poke my head in Montana State, New Mexico State. Montana State, New Mexico is when I'm going to like kind of get some stuff done on Saturday. To be honest, it's like I always plan my Saturdays and we're like, okay, what games am I going to watch every second of, and then what game can I maybe make that? Maybe they run to the store. Maybe I can do a little something else, just kind of keep my ear to it up like that. Now, this is week 0. Now, next week and weeks after that, it's going to be a little bit harder. But like, you know, look, no disrespect to Montana State and New Mexico, I would not watch a whole bunch of that game. But SMU, Nevada, I will be seated. And yes, at 11:59 p.m. Eastern time, just because the kind of degenerate I am probably going to have to rally from lose. I'm probably going to lose the Florida State game, probably going to lose the Montana State game, and I'm probably going to lose like the SMU Nevada game. So I'm going to, once again, I'm going to look to my boys on the island to save a bad gambling day for your boy. So it's like, so I will be locked into this game like nobody's business. So
it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome, man. Like I'm looking forward to peeking in on that Florida State Georgia Tech game just because of, you know, implications. Florida State is ranked 10 in the nation right now. I don't think they stay there, to be honest with you. I'm going to be very, very interested to see what happens with SMU and Nevada. I'm not going to catch any of that Montana State, New Mexico game. I do got a work event that I got to knock out. And then I'm going to get home just in time to catch that Delaware State Hawaii game. So when you ask the question who's going to be watching that joint, your boy right here, because I'm gonna be watching them. I got to feed my daughter. So, but yeah, man, it's week 0's here. I got 2 Florida State fans in the building. You know what? Rock, paper, scissors. I don't like Larry because he's an Astros fan. So, Villain, talk to me, my guy.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Wow. Florida State, Georgia, man. How you feel?
I mean, I'm excited. It's that time of year. The war chant, I can hear it going in my head right now. You know what I mean? I gotta cue it up. Can you hear it? That's right. That's right.
We're not about to get copywritten today. We're not about to get copywritten today. Not today.
Yeah, copyright.
Listen, no,
that knock at your door is the Florida State lawyers.
Yeah, pay me my money in cash. No, listen, Florida State, man. We got some transfers. Obviously, DJ, he had a rough go at Clemson, had a bounce back here, 27 total touchdowns at Oregon State. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does. It's crazy because once I started doing, my research, Nolan has done a great job of keeping players. Right, he's bringing back almost 73 players, 9 All ACC members. Like that. A lot of those guys would leave, either go pro or go to another school for more money. So the fact that he's able to keep these guys home for the most part is a thing of itself, and especially in INL. Steve's been poaching at my team. Coach has been trying to get a couple of my players. So it happens, right? So Florida State is locked. They're loaded. I think they don't get enough credit. I think because of the shellacking they took against Georgia. Georgia was angry, and Florida State had nobody in that game. but I think people forgot that Florida State has some talent. So I think they're going to roll on Georgia Tech in Dublin, man. In Ireland, it's such a fun game to start the season overseas. Week 0. I'm here for it. I can't wait, dude.
I feel you, man. I mean, again, this game is going to be a very interesting ball game. CK, man, I see you got your hand up, man. Talk to me, my guy.
You're not even going to let LJ talk. You're not even going to let him.
He's going last.
So here's the thing. Florida State might have talent, but they ain't got no quarterback. Number one, ain't got no quarterback. Number 2, take the under. This is not going to be a 2-touchdown game. Georgia Tech is not going to win this game, but this is going to be a very close game. Very close. So those you want to make some money, take the under. And Barry knows when I tell people to take the under, as they found out in the playoffs last year, when no one took the under, they would have won 4 straight games. 4 straight.
Man,
so
life is too short to take the under. Life is too
take
short.
The under.
Over. Points.
The under. It's going to be about it's a touchdown or less. It's going to be the final score, touchdown or less. All right.
Right now it's 10.5. So okay, I got you.
Montana State, New Mexico. That's going to be the best game of the weekend. That's going to be the best game of the weekend. It's going to be the best game of the weekend. It's going to be a lot of action. Going to be a lot of touchdowns scored. New Mexico is going to win, but that's going to be the best game in terms of pure. Oh my! They just going up and down the field on each other, right?
Because Montana State can move the ball. Montana State can put it up. So there's going to be
exactly. That's going to be the best game of the weekend if it comes. You just want to see people just going up and down the field scoring, right? You don't want to see no defense. You just want to see people get in the end zone. That's the game to watch. Nevada and SMU. Listen, miss me with that, okay? Nevada is going to win this game, number 1, because SMU is going to Nevada. Here's what I know. Some of the bases there in Nevada, the commanders of the bases are asking to be allowed to wear certain hats because the temperatures are well over 100 degrees every single day. Okay? This is a whole different type of heat in Nevada. This is a whole different type of heat. You got SMU going there. I think they're going to overlook this team. I think they're going to take this team lightly at 25.5-point spread. You think these kids ain't looking at that? Nevada's winning this game. I have no faith in SMU. So take Nevada in this game. Hawaii and Delaware State, I'll be watching that because, I ain't got nothing else to do. I don't sleep anyway. Part of the reason, though, that stadium looks like it does is because of the fires a few years ago. They're really still digging out from that. But I don't think there's no way in hell that's a 40-point game. But it is going to be Hawaii by double digits. I can't see 40 points, but it is going to be by double digits. But this is going to be, to me, this weekend is the best weekend because you get kids coming in that haven't really been, they've been practicing, but they ain't really been out there for this heat and all the stuff that's coming when they especially on the road. So you're going on the road to somewhere you ain't used to that heat. You ain't used to that heat in Nevada. You ain't used to baking out there.
It gets a little warm in Dallas. Just putting it out.
I understand that.
It gets a little warm in Dallas.
It does, but this time of year, you ain't got 100 every day.
Yeah, you do. In August in Dallas, Larry, you better tell
me. Okay. I think SMU is not ready for it. I know Florida State ain't ready for it. Oh, and by the way, DJ, tell me the last game he won he was supposed to win. There you go.
But
this is a game he should win. And I'm a Florida State fan, by the way. I've been a Florida State fan since Bobby Bowden. Okay, I've been rolling with Florida State a long time, right? Tell me the last game DJ won that he was supposed to win.
Wait a minute.
I knew I love me some Unk. There you go.
Yeah, because mainly because I hated Miami because everybody was on Miami. It's a two-live crew, so I would always have to be contrary. So I went Florida State. All right, so I was stationed with a bunch of cats that was down with Miami. So I got to be contrary one. I picked Florida State. You know what I'm saying? That's really it. But I don't trust DJ.
Get surrounded by Yankees fans, get surrounded by Florida State fans. How does this always happen?
Because God is good. God puts you
all the
place you're supposed to be. That's where you're supposed to be. God don't make mistakes.
Yeah, I don't
God
trust.
don't make mistakes.
So that's what I got, man. So the parlay is this: Georgia Tech take the under. New Mexico and Montana State take New Mexico. Take the under with Nevada and Hawaii. Yeah, take the points. Actually, no, take the under. Take the under with Hawaii. It's not gonna be 40 points. But see, you can take the under and they can still beat them by 30.
Yeah. I mean, they could beat them by. They could beat them literally 30-0 or 30-3 or something like that. I'm doing the math. I'm doing
33-3.
Yeah. It's like don't mind me, fellas. I'm doing my gambling math right now. So let Larry cook. Okay.
All right, Larry, talk to me, my guy, man. I don't let you out of punishment for being an Astros fan and a Florida State fan on the night show. Don't let it happen again, sir. Talk to me, man. Florida State, Georgia Tech. How we doing?
All I'm gonna just say, man, is vengeance is mine, man. Vengeance is mine, and that's all that really matter.
That's the Lord.
So,
the Lord said that, not Larry, not Larry.
So I'm gonna just put it like this, man. I'm not a big DJ fan either, right? But Norvell has won with worse quarterbacks. Let that sink in. He's won with third string quarterbacks who are way worse than DJ. So I think that we're gonna pull the game out. I think it's probably gonna be a 2-touchdown win. We'll square away week 1. I'm gonna put it like this because Florida State, Norvell, he's more of a get that first game or two out the system. Florida State always looks shaky first game or two.
Yeah.
For that, we run it. We got the horses going. We got the defense turned up. Everybody know what the assignment is. I'm a veer away from y'all. This is the best thing about this season. This is the best thing about week 1, right?
I think I'm the only one here.
Look, do y'all not realize that we have a whole freaking Clemson, Georgia week 1?
We're talking about week 0, Larry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No,
week 0.
No, we ain't doing that till next week, sir.
No, I'm just saying this is week 0.
Yeah, Florida State. No. Georgia don't play week 1.
They play. What they play? My bad.
The dates is wrong.
My bad. Yeah, I'm tripping over here. I'm like, man, we talking.
That's the 31st. Hey. That's the 31st.
Hey, look, I thought it was still considered week 1. Hey,
no, this is week 0. This is week 0.
See what happened with
0.
See what happened.
Week 1 is next week. And then after that is week 2.
Yeah,
the week after week 2, funny enough, is week 3. It's just.
Hey man, look, it's these dates, man. I'm used to the first week being, I'm used to the first week being Labor Day weekend.
But what else goes on, Larry? They expanded the playoffs from 4 to 12. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
wow.
It did. Yeah.
You heard that, Coach Steve?
Yeah, so I mean, it makes it better for it makes it better for teams like.
Man, I've been on Florida State. Man. All I need to know, I'm like this. All I need to know is Florida State play. I know what time that game is. I know what it is. Hey, look, we rolling. You know what I'm saying? We got football back. Hey, look, I'm gonna sit back. Hey, look, I don't like y'all. I'm in Texas, so hey, I ain't got to be up at midnight watching no games. I'll catch everything as it happens. I did go back in today and I pencil mark some games I do want to check out. I do want to check out the Utah game. We all said Utah is that sneaky team to get in the playoffs. I think it's gonna be an onslaught, on Southern Utah.
There's a lot of games that we gotta cover next week, man. I mean, between the Thursday slate, the Friday slate, the Saturday slate.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. We're gonna see what happened. I do. NC State has always been that team too. Remember, I tell you they always fall apart, but I want to see what they're gonna at least look at.
Yeah, I said that last week. I was like, NC State. I mean, they're gonna do what they always do. It's like they're gonna get everybody all riled up. NC State got an opportunity to be top 5, and then then it's gonna fall apart because it always falls apart in Raleigh because that's what they do. Ever since you go way back to Phillip Rivers, and that was the best NC State team of my lifetime. And they blew it. They had opportunity. This is a team that beat Florida State at home. They beat Clemson, and they go out there and they lose to Georgia Tech, who is not good. It's like they always blow it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like whatever.
They couldn't stop the triple option.
Dude, but you know what? Hey, you know what else? A game I did go. Like I said, I went and I set my reminders to remind me when some of these games start because I want to watch them. I do want to see this Missouri team because Missouri, man, people are actually predicting them to maybe make the playoffs.
I think they will.
I'm like, okay, you got to show it to me. I got to see it. You know what I'm saying? Because Missouri is kind of like NC State of the SEC. Because Missouri get your hopes all up high. Hey, they won a couple of games and they shit the bed a bunch.
You know what Missouri is? Missouri is actually Iowa. And the Big Ten guy follow me on this. Iowa, they have the what I call the Rose Bowl schedule. It's the year they don't play Penn State, Ohio State, or Michigan. And that's the year they always go to the Rose Bowl. So Mizzou has a SEC championship schedule because Mizzou has made the SEC championship, but it's the year they don't play Georgia, they don't play Bama, they don't play Tennessee. So it's like because of the 12-game playoff, teams like Missouri, this 12-game playoff is tailor-made for them to make the playoff.
Yeah,
and the crazy part about it, they'll be highly ranked because they in the SEC. People are like, because SEC teams always get ranked high just because they in the SEC.
I mean, they're 11th right now, and they play next Thursday against Murray State. I mean,
what if they won? But I'm saying, what if they won to even be warranted ranked number 11? Right now, they would be in the playoffs.
Well, the preseason rankings are ridiculous. The preseason rankings are ridiculous.
We talked about that, how ridiculous the preseason rankings are. So it's like, I mean, whatever.
Remember, they factor in the rankings into the final number. Whatever you.
But that's why they're ridiculous. Because how are you ranking somebody that hasn't played yet?
So check this out. Looking at Missouri's schedule right now, and again, we're diving deep into what I want to talk about next week. But we're here. Let's run with it. They got Texas. They got Texas Tech on October 5th, which is Texas ranked 20th. They got Alabama and Oklahoma in back-to-back weeks on October 26th and November 9th. And that's it. They got Murray State, Buffalo, Boston College, Vanderbilt, Texas Tech, which they're favored to win that game by double digits. Massachusetts, Auburn, they got their first world hiccup. They got their first world test October 26th versus Alabama. At Alabama, you know what I'm saying? So I'm still out on Alabama. We talked about them last week. Then they got Oklahoma, and then they finish the year with South Carolina, Mississippi State, and Arkansas.
And that's 2 losses. If they get 2 losses, they're in the playoffs. 2 losses, they're in the playoffs.
Yeah. They will find a way to lose their South Carolina game. I'm putting it out there now. They will find a way to lose their South Carolina game.
But they're going to beat somebody they're not supposed to beat, which is going to make up for it.
Oklahoma. They're going to beat Oklahoma, but then they're going to find a way to lose South Carolina State.
South Carolina. It's a trap game because Oklahoma is on November 9th, and then South Carolina is right behind it on.
You know what I'm gonna say? You know what I'm gonna say, and that's why I said these rankings do matter because they're gonna look back at Missouri and they're gonna say, where were they ranked and what their strength of schedule was. You could play a team early in the season and they ranked highly, fall off the map, and they still look at it in your strength of schedule. And you were like, wait a minute, they played a team that was ranked number 10 in week 2, and now they lost the rest of the season. They look at those rankings. And like I said, when they look at those overall rankings, they're gonna say their quality of their schedule, who they beat, who they lost to, they were in the championship game, and they're gonna put them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 12 teams. Right now, the 12th team is Utah. And we all expected Utah to kind of shake some stuff up, man. Like I want to dive deeper into this thing.
Utah's going to win the Big 12.
Yeah.
I mean, who's their competition in the Big 12?
Colorado, that's it.
Colorado may win, 6 games?
No. Colorado's going to win at least 9 games.
I don't think
this
so.
year?
Yes.
They don't have the Hogs, man. They don't have
that offensive line. They have the offensive line and they have the defensive line. And listen, I don't give a damn about all this Carson Beck and all these other clowns they put up there as Heisman candidates. Shedeur Sanders is the best quarterback in college football. Period.
If he don't have time to throw, I mean, it's like
that's the problem.
They fixed the offensive line, bro. The offensive line has been fixed. Trust me on that.
That offensive line was it might have been the worst offensive line in the country.
Yes, and none of them are playing this year. All of them are gone.
Right.
Yeah,
so
but it's
his-
hard. It's not easy to. I'm sorry, serious. Go ahead.
No, work.
Yeah, it's like
No, I was just gonna say it's not easy to fix an offensive line like
I know.
that.
And maybe it's just because I'm so sick of people dumping on Dion. You know what I'm saying? That I'm rooting for them. It could be that. But I truly believe, based on what the Big 12 is right now, outside of Utah, come on, son.
no, I'm not gonna disrespect Oklahoma State. I'm not gonna respect the Kansas
Utah.
team.
Mike
Yes,
Gundy,
yeah,
Mike Gundy,
Utah State
the clown. Oh no,
Ollie
no.
Gordon, who might
No,
be
no,
the
no,
best
no.
running back in the
Mike
country.
Gundy is the coach, though. But Mike Gundy is the coach who run around talking about he wants his players to shut up asking for money, but they're putting QR codes on the helmets. Man, miss me with Oklahoma State, bro. Mike Gundy's the clown. His team is going to lose
Mike
at least
Gundy
6
is a clown.
games.
Mike Gundy is a clown, but Ollie Gordon isn't. And he's smart enough to know, hand the ball to Gordon, get a ball to Gordon, give it to him. But
Gundy think he's smarter than everybody else, bro.
I love what Kansas is doing, and that really takes a lot for me to say that. But I love what Kansas is doing. Like I said, I think Utah's going to win the Big 12. That's just me right. If you ask me right now, Utah's winning the Big 12.
I say Utah.
Of the teams that are moving conferences, I think they move to the best situation. Because Utah was a big dog in the Pac-12, which is now the Pac-2, and we saw what they did to USC.
Yep.
They punched them in the mouth, they pushed them down a flight of stairs, then they drug them back up the flight of stairs, and then pushed them down again. So I've always loved Utah, like just their brand of football. Kyle Whittingham, he is a coach.
Yes.
When you talk about a football coach, that man's a coach, and he could have left Utah a long time ago. And I always give him, props for staying there in Salt Lake City. He could have been left 1,000 times, but he's 10 toes down in Salt Lake City, and I've always respected him for that. But yeah, I think of the teams that are moving, I think Utah's in the best situation. I think people don't realize Washington has 2 starters coming back from a team that was runner-up last year. 2 starters. I think Washington, this is a bad time for Washington to be moving to the Big Ten, and I love Jed Fish. What Jed Fish did at Arizona he was a miracle worker at Arizona. You know what I'm saying? Where Arizona was to where they were when he left. He deserves all the props. But it's like, boy, I think Washington is going to be in for a rude awakening with this. This is a bad time for them to be moving to the Big Ten.
Washington's like TCU after they got to the national championship game. Everybody left. Okay, so they're being ranked based on the team from last year when no one's there from the team from last year. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I say when I look at the Big 12, outside of Utah, I don't see a lot of teams. I see a lot of teams that if they start off right? If they start off right and they gel right away within the first 2 games, can win 9 games. Kansas could win 9 games. I think Colorado can win 9 games. There's one more team, and it's not Oklahoma State. There's one more in the Big 12. I think if they get off early, they could win 8-9 games and still be in that conversation towards the end of the season. Oh, could they get in if this one falls? They won't. But I think the Big 12 actually is going to be the most exciting conference when it comes to teams that are kind of on the come and right there.
The Big 12 is always exciting because defense is optional, and the Big 12 always has been. So it's like,
and they like the Big 10, man, where defense is king.
Check here if you want to play defense.
Right. If not, Big 10.
That's why I don't believe in Oregon. But that's why I don't believe in Oregon, because Oregon they were running the Pac-12 when nobody was playing defense. All right, when you playing teams like USC, where it was about Oregon, whenever they played the Big 10, has always gotten punched in the mouth. I don't see the difference. I don't see how it's going to be any different now.
But hey, I will say this, man. When it comes to that Colorado team, man, Travis got to stay healthy because Shedeur and Travis, man, that's going to be lethal, brother. Everybody's saying he need to stay and concentrate on defense, but man, that dude is awesome playing wide receiver. And
I think he might be better as wide receiver than he is at corner, and that's saying something because he's really good corner. I think he's a better receiver. Yeah.
All right, so check this out. Looking at Colorado's schedule, they start out on next Thursday. They got North Dakota State at home. Then they go on the road for 2.
They might lose that game, North Dakota State.
It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. North Dakota State's really good.
And then they go on the road for 2. They got Nebraska, who's coming over from the Big 10.
That's a win.
They got Nebraska and Colorado State on the road. Then
That's 2 wins.
That's
So
always been a close game, but they just lost their coach, so that ain't gonna be the same.
Right. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So at worst, they 2-1.
They're 2-1. Then they got Baylor, UCF, Kansas State, Arizona, Cincinnati, Texas Tech. They don't see Utah until November 16th.
The Baylor game is going to be tough. UCF, it's a toss-up depending on which UCF team shows up.
Yep.
It's at UCF, so you know.
Oh, if it's at the bounce house, then that might get them a little bit of a like
Yeah,
but
but
that's Deion. It's gonna be pro Deion Stadium.
I mean, every stadium Deion pops into is pro Deion Stadium. Let's keep it a bean.
That's gonna be like a home game.
I mean,
right.
UCF is a commuter school, so I mean, it's like them kids don't be there on the weekend anyhow. So it's like
they don't. I mean, they show up for that one. You know, they show up for that one. Kansas State at home.
That's a win, I think.
Kansas State, Kansas State at home. If they were going to Manhattan, I'd give Kansas State the but like if that game's in Boulder, then I get them a slight edge.
We may have to make a gentleman's agreement off air on this one. Then they host Kansas State, and then they go on the road to Arizona.
That's gonna be a tough one.
That's a night game. Cause I've been in Tucson at night, and look, even when Arizona isn't good, which they really ain't all that good, it's like that atmosphere is one of the most underrated atmospheres in college football. Like Tucson at night gets crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, Deion and the Buffaloes got an interesting road ahead of them.
You can see 9 wins in that schedule.
I see.
I can also
for
see
sure.
6.
I see 6 for sure, and then we're going to see where they get the 3 more wins in.
They gotta steal the game. They have to steal the game. And,
how many books you see, man? We playing spades over here. Look.
I think it's impossible. It's impossible, man.
Don't renege, right? You better put that spades.
The most important game for Colorado is the North Dakota State game, because North Dakota State is a Division II champion. That's a bad. That's
we
a
all
good
know
team.
like North Dakota State could go in there and beat them. And I don't think anybody here right now would be shocked. It wouldn't be like North Dakota State beat Colorado. It's like I wouldn't be shocked. It's like it's crazy that they're starting the season off with that game, because it's like I wouldn't want no parts of starting my season off, especially a team that has.
But I would rather them. I would rather them start off with a tough game than them taking some puff cake game and they don't get a measurement of what that team really is. I would much rather see.
You need to stack wins. You need 6 wins. We all know you need 6 wins to become bowl eligible. You need.
You got to remember how Deion thinks.
So, man, you can miss me with that. It's like I can take 10 steps from where I'm sitting right now and go get my Coach Prime hoodie out the closet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm down with Prime.
Oh, I know.
I'm also real.
You
know what I'm saying? I'm also realistic. You know what I'm saying? It's like I have to see, especially against I'm like I said, I'm glad they're playing North Dakota State, because we will find out very early about that offensive line. Because North Dakota State, they're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to like oh no. They're going to stand there and they're going to punch them in the mouth. And we will find out a lot about, like, Warren Sapp saying, "Oh, we got bullets. You want a 945?" You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, Coach Sapp, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's like,
we need him to shut up. We need Sapp to shut up.
Yeah, we are going to find out very early about Colorado. It's just like because of that game. And again, adjusting to the Big 12. The Big 12. It's funny because the Big 12 brand of football suits Colorado.
It does.
So
it suits this Colorado team. This Colorado team.
This Colorado team. I mean, the Big 12 is their spiritual home. I mean, because it was the Big 8, and then it was, so the Big 12 is like this Colorado. They should feel at home. You know what I'm saying, in the Big 12. But I don't know, man. It's like I said, I believe in Prime. I think people were so happy and so giddy when they started losing and stuff like that. And like I said, I got the Coach Prime hoodie in my closet right here. It's just I believe in Deion Sanders, but it's like I believe that I got to see it to believe it with the offensive line, because that offensive line was generationally bad. It cost them
my
a game
God.
against Stanford because Stanford was like, you know what? We're sitting back in coverage because we're so scared of the athletes. How about we just go at them? And in the second half of the Stanford game, Stanford just said, let's just go at them. And then look what happened. So,
I mean, because
Yeah,
like even if you look at most of their games last year, like if Shadua got even a split second of protection, they was putting up points. They was scoring on everybody. But when did he get a split second of protection?
Listen, they broke his back.
and then it's one of those things where like we didn't realize how bad TCU was, because people put a lot of stock in that TCU win, and it's like, yeah, we didn't realize how bad TCU was.
To be honest with you, what Shadua looked like last year? Shadua looked like Williams at UNC. UNC didn't have nobody's line, no line.
Yep.
And he was just trying to make do what he could do, running for his life. Same thing. So we have to see.
It's gonna be interesting to see how this whole thing shakes out. But I want to get us out of here.
I know week one we gonna be over here talking about we gonna be
we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Here's the funny thing about this is you guys got a game on Saturday, and then you come back and got a game again on the second.
Man, we just flying across the pond, man. We good.
You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be fun to see what happens with these Florida State Seminoles, especially with y'all two goofballs here in the building.
Three.
I forgot about Unc up there.
Yeah, man.
I ain't forget. I'm making notes. I'm just like 3.
I just see the whole thing is I just don't trust DJ. I could easily see Florida State losing 4 games because of him.
Take that language. We don't want that.
But you know what?
I mean,
I'm gonna say this. Norvell, unlike Dabo kept playing DJ. Norvell will bench his ass.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah.
And I kept saying, why is he still starting, Dabo? Why?
Dabo had no choice because they put so much stock into DJ. But I mean, like Dabo had no choice but to keep playing him, and it's just I
just feel like DJ's in a better situation with Nate.
Maybe.
And I think he's got more talent this year than he did last year. I think he had more talent in Clemson than he did at Oregon State. But I think last year was a good bounce back year for him, and I think he's got more talent to work with, a better overall system and all that.
I will say this. Go ahead, Larry.
No, I was gonna say Barry Chandler. I'm talking to my fellow Seminole fans over here.
Oh, Henry Bennett. I sit back and chill.
The only thing that I will say about DJ that I will say he may not cost us 4 games is because if you look at Norvell's offense, it's run based, which we're going to limit the things that DJ. He's not going to be like at Clemson or even at Oregon State where he's required to throw it 40, 50 times. You're not in that gunslinger mode. You're in facilitate, play good, run the ball real good, get the ball to the playmakers. You're not required to win the games. You're just required to not lose the games.
Okay.
Let's keep it a beam, though. Let's keep it a beam. Looking at Florida State's schedule, come on, y'all. Like 4 losses. Like the only one that's gonna be interesting is on October 5th when Florida State hosts Clemson and he plays his alma mater.
Oh, he's throwing 3.
You gotta remember, we got trap games, man. We got trap games.
We do have trap games. SMU is not an easy game.
Oh no.
I think going to Miami is not an easy game, even though
it never is. I mean,
Florida.
I don't know how Miami's going to be, but
but
going to Miami is not going to be easy. That's not going to be an easy win, and I think Notre Dame, depending on how they finish out the season, they always get off to a good start.
Oh, Notre Dame.
They always get off to a good start, but
come on, man. We're hating on the brother now.
In South Bend. It's in Miami and it's in South Bend, and you got North Carolina in the middle.
No, I got to go with the brother in the Notre Dame game. I'm rooting for the brother.
I'm with you. But like going to South Bend is not going to be an easy game for Florida State.
No, I think Notre Dame wins that game simply because they got a black head coach. Period. End story.
He said period in the story. That's how,
Hey,
that's how he's carrying it.
He like Tyler Perry up in this piece. But like I agree with LG. Like the offense is a lot different in Florida State. It's a run heavy offense, and their best receiver arguably is their tight end. So you play action, you dump it off over the middle. I think it's going to make some easy reads for DJ.
You know the best thing about being a college football fan from New York City? I can root for everybody. We ain't got no.
Yeah, it don't matter.
I mean, I got my second son, UConn. You know, I do root for UConn football. I'll probably go make my way to a UConn game this year. I promise my son I'd take him to.
I even root for UConn football, depending on what they're playing. I even root for them.
Rutgers, y'all don't rock with the Scarlet Knights. Rutgers, right across.
That's New Jersey, bro. That's New Jersey.
Rutgers, right across the river, like Rutgers.
So growing up,
powerhouse Rutgers. Well, look.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal, Coach. So here's the deal. Growing up in Connecticut, UConn was like a D2 or a D1 AA.
Mm-hmm.
They were really low, right? So the games that you would get here were Syracuse and Boston College.
Mm-hmm.
But when I played football here, the nearest camp that you can go to for a D1 school was Syracuse.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of people in this area were Syracuse fans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then
it's one of my favorite things in college football because Syracuse, they're like, we're New York's college football.
They literally are.
You know?
They literally are.
Oh, yeah.
Syracuse advertises themselves as New York's college football team. You know, that's what, like that. And I mean,
technically they're right. Because Hofstra's gone.
They are, which is wild. But it's like, I mean, because like Buffalo isn't, you know.
Yeah, Rutgers couldn't lay claim. I mean,
most people don't know Buffalo has a college, first of all.
Yeah.
Get out.
Most people in New York City do not know that Buffalo has a college unless you actually play sports.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like I got a letter to play somewhere in Buffalo. What's it called? Oh, University of Buffalo. Oh,
it's literally the University of Buffalo. Go Bulls. Yeah. I will not have this Bulls disrespect on this show, sir. Like, we will respect the Buffalo Bulls.
Well, with that being said, I wanted to get into the last portion of today's show, man. Really cover a little bit of these NFL preseason games. But before we go,
you sure you want to do that?
Oh yeah, we going now.
You sure you want to do that?
We going there. We going there.
Okay. All right.
And then I'm gonna finish it up on Friday with my dad.
Yeah.
We're gonna finish it up with my dad at the building. But I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about what took place in stadium. I wanted to play something that I saw. Shout out to Emmanuel Acho, who kind of produced this joint talking about Daniel Jones. Listen to this joint.
If the Giants do not bench they are forfeiting the season. And that's the dilemma at hand. When you walk into an NFL locker room and Daniel Jones is your starting quarterback, you are admitting not just to the 53 players plus the 10 practice squad players, you are admitting to your fans, we are submitting during the course of the season. We are already saying mercy. We are losing. We know that we will not win. We know that we will not compete at the highest level. We know that we may not be able to compete at all whatsoever. So how can you start Daniel Jones? You are betraying your running back, your tackles, your guards, your receivers, your defensive linemen, your outside backers, your defensive ends, your cornerbacks, your safeties, your inside backers. You are betraying the entire organization when you make Daniel Jones a starter because all of their work is void by starting Daniel Jones. That's like adding all of the numbers into a calculator and then hitting times 0. You will end up at 0. So it does not matter how much you keep hitting plus Neighbors, plus Thomas, plus Dexter Lawrence, plus Okedeke. It doesn't matter how many times you continue to hit plus, because at the end of the day, you have to hit times Daniel Jones, and that will equal 0. I believe, James Jones, you can't win good faith. Go into the season starting Daniel Jones. I just believe in good faith you can't make that decision.
Villain, I'll let you bat lead off here, and then we'll talk about Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. But what say you, my good man?
Which exhausts me. He really exhausts me. I can't listen. I know why I don't watch that show. Listen, did he suck? Absolutely. Does he deserve the hate and the vitriol? Absolutely. But like for Ocho to say that after one preseason game,
I don't think it's one preseason game though. You know what I'm
no,
saying?
it's not one preseason game, but it's one preseason game. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he sucked for his career, but it's like after one preseason game, if you start him, you're admitting to your players that you're forfeiting the season. You're admitting to the practice play. You're admitting to the ball boy. You're admitting it to the security guard. You're admitting it to the guy that takes the tickets at the state. Give me a break, dude. Like, whatever, dude. I just listen. Daniel Jones should be embarrassed of his performance in that game. I don't care how I see people making excuses for him that, he hasn't played since November. Give me a break, dude. Like, you've played football long enough. Like, the thing that I think I texted you, Sirius, is like, it might have been you, it might have been somebody else that was texting me during the game, and I'm glad I was on vacation. I had no TV. I did not watch the game. But it's like, it's the same thing. It's the same mistakes that he's made since he's come into this league, and he hasn't improved. Like, he cannot read a defense. He cannot read downfield. It's a joke. Like, I don't understand why. I just don't understand why he hasn't progressed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm seeing Caleb Williams make better throws. And obviously, it's preseason games, but like, guys in their second year make better progressions than this guy has made throughout his career. So, yeah, get used to it. This is probably what you're going to see up and down Daniel Jones. And then if you're not making the decision to move on from him after this year, then you're admitting that you don't want to win. Not after one preseason game. But if after this season he's still the Giants quarterback, then you're admitting that you don't want to win.
So I'll say this, and then I'll throw it around, and then we can popcorn and talk about the Houston Texans if we need to. The rest of the guys represented here, including the Steelers. I'm not ducking that. I agree with everything Acho said. And here's why. Like, the writing's on the wall.
It's been on the wall, dude. We all know that.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
But after one preseason game, like,
I said, and that's the thing. Like, I keep hearing Giants fans, say is one preseason game one again. The same thing that I'm hearing Giants fans say about Daniel Jones is the very thing that I'm hearing Steelers fans say about Justin Fields and Russell Wilson's performance through two preseason games. It's preseason. They're trying to work out the kinks, offensive line, this, that, and the third. At the end of the day, this is a microcosm of what Daniel Jones has been for the better part of a year plus now. And so, like, the fact that you guys the Giants didn't go out and bring anybody in to compete with them, to give competitions, to challenge for the number one spot, there were a lot of capable veterans that could have been signed that are now on different teams and doing different things right now. That Marcus Mariota.
Ooh. No, come on, son. Come on.
Really serious? Really?
No, do not even go there, bro.
No.
Really?
Let me ask you a logical question for a second. Is Daniel Jones better than Marcus Mariota?
Barely.
Raise the theme.
I mean, but that's. I mean, you're talking about there's a lot of options that can come in and compete. Marcus Mariota didn't finish the season on his last team. He didn't finish the season.
Yeah, because
did he finish the season in Atlanta?
No, he didn't. Did Daniel Jones finish the season in New York?
If you had said Taylor Heineke or try to get a Sam Howell or you know what I'm saying, if you had said a legitimate God,
Gardner
that's what I'm saying.
Gardner Minshew, who won the starting job out in Vegas. You know, it didn't take much, you know, because I mean, the whole world knew Minshew was going to be the starter. But I commend Pierce for saying it's a competition. But we all knew that, you know.
Check this out. You had Jacoby Brissett, who was a free agent who you refused to sign. You had Heineke. You had Sam Darnold. You had I haven't gotten there yet. You had Sam Darnold, who now is the starting quarterback in Minnesota.
Jameis.
Yeah, but you got Jameis.
But guys, let's be hold on. Are we being honest? Are those guys exciting a fan base?
Is Daniel Jones exciting fan base?
No, but he's signed. He's already here, so
he's already here.
But if you're a fan base, you got Daniel Jones, and you say, "Oh, we're gonna sign Jacoby Brissett," you're like, "Oh, that's gonna now we're winning."
It's something different, man.
Because you know what? Legitimate competition, Barry. It's legitimate competition.
He needed somebody to push him. Competition is like so. You bring in a Minshew,
you're not
bringing somebody
paying him
like
$40,000 to $40 million for competition. If that was the case, they would have fucking cut him. They would have cut him.
That's okay, but that's the problem.
Of course, they should have.
It's not Daniel Jones' fault they gave him that money.
You're not paying.
I would have took the money too.
Pay him a 4-year contract to compete for the job. You didn't pay him $40 million a year to compete for the job.
That's the Giants' fault. That's not anybody else's fault. That's the Giants'
exactly. That's exactly the point.
That's my initial point. Here's my point, villain.
It's not a competition. Either he figures it out or he's gone at the end of the year. It's not bringing in Marcus Mariota or Jacoby Brissett or Tyler Heineke to figure this out. No, either you figure it out this year or you're gone.
Isn't it supposed to be about winning, Barry? But isn't it supposed to be about winning for the other 52 guys on the roster?
Either he figures it out or he's gone.
So you're going to waste the season. So Giants fans are willing to waste the season.
Giants fans aren't willing to waste anything.
Whole damn thing. That's the whole point of the whole video.
Giants fans aren't willing to waste anything. Either he figures it out or he's gone. He figures it out.
But that's another losing season.
So what? We've been losing. We've been losing ever since we won the Super Bowl 13 years ago.
But don't you want to win at some point? Don't you want to win at some point?
Huh?
I mean, I'm a Jet fan. I understand that mindset, but I've been losing a hell of a lot longer than you. Y'all should be not willing to accept that.
Nobody's accepting that. We're not accepting a losing season. I'm telling you, the narrative is he figures it out or he's gone. That's it. And we start over. That's it.
Okay, let me ask you this. Where are you starting over at? Because there's no good quarterbacks in this draft outside of Shedeur. Y'all not going to go 0 and whatever in order to get Shedeur.
Either he figures it out or he's gone.
You're not answering the question, though.
What is there to answer? What is there to answer?
So after this season, he figures it out. He doesn't figure it out. Okay, so he figures it out, which is good. This is what you want. You want him to figure it out, or he's gone. So all Chandler's saying is, so if he's gone, then who?
I don't know. That's on the Giants.
Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott.
That's on the front office to figure out. That's on the front office to figure. That's not my freaking job. Either he figures it out or he's gone, and we move on. Then I don't have to hear about Daniel Jones ever again. I really don't. That's not my problem.
Yeah. I
don't care who they go after in the draft. I don't care who they go after free agency, as long as his name is not Daniel Jones. I really don't.
Hit the whole point of me bringing that up. You know what I'm saying? I'm springboarding that and in the Steeler conversation because there was some bad quarterback play for some veterans that knew better. Now to Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, what I saw on Saturday was disgusting. It was disgusting. And I'm going to give Russ a little bit of break because Broderick Jones got beat like he stole something, not once, not twice, 4 times. Like, it was a mess and a half.
It was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable watching Broderick Jones. It was damn right uncomfortable.
Murdered. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I understand it's very difficult to maneuver an offense when you're when your
Why are you
tackles are getting.
holding the damn ball? Sorry. Sorry.
Okay. You good. You good. Do your thing, Unc. But yeah, what I saw from Justin Fields, horrible. Let me say this again. Horrible. I saw a stat. I'm gonna show you this stat. Okay, I saw a stat today that kind of drove this point home. Justin Fields has had the most time to throw a pass in this whole preseason, and he's not completing any balls worth throwing. Like, what the heck is going on? Like, he's had a total of 4 seconds to throw this whole preseason. That's the most out of any quarterback. And he's pissing the bed. But yet, I got clowns that think he's going to be my starting quarterback. Because he's athletic, because he runs?
Yes. Exactly. I mean, and I'm not making that argument for them, but I mean, that's the people who I think feel that he's going to be the starter is because of that, because of his athleticism and because he can run around, which I mean, he did that in Chicago and look what it got him. So I mean,
exactly.
Like he's going to do some more than just be athletic. He's going to have to learn how to be a quarterback. We know,
and that's why he shouldn't start. That's the only reason I've been saying he shouldn't start is because, and I'm gonna put a lot of this on on Justin Fields, because you've been in the league 3 years. Now we watched Josh Allen after his first season where he was god awful. Pay somebody to tear him down and build him up in the offseason. And his second season, we saw an improvement and so on and so on. He went out there and said, listen, I suck. Help me get better. Right? When is Justin Fields going to do that? Stop telling me, listen, we all know Chicago is garbage. But after your second season, and you still can't read the whole field, and you still are relying more on your legs, and you can't make the 7 passes that a quarterback needs to make to win the game. There's only 7 passes a quarterback has to make. The rest of them are just for numbers. There's 7 passes a quarterback has to make to win you a game, and he can't make them. After the second season, Justin Fields, why didn't you go to somebody and say, hey, in the offseason, I need help. I need you to teach me. Okay? You can't keep saying, well, the coaches. Josh Allen didn't rely on the Buffalo coaches to do that. He came back and said, hey, I've been doing this. I've worked on this. And they said, okay, now, since you got all of this, let's see what we can do with that. Justin Fields at some point has to stop relying on his legs. Okay, it's great that you can run, and it's great that when you break contain and you spin around, you hit the X button, and then you can throw a 40-yard strike. But bro, when I need a first down, when it's 3rd and 6, right, and all I need you to do is get us in position to kick a field goal, I don't even need a first down. You can't do it. That's on Justin Fields.
Larry, talk to me.
Oh, man, I don't know where I want to start at, man. I've just been over here sipping my tea, man. I've been over here chilling. You know, I don't know if I want to. You know what? We're gonna go there, man, because like we went there with our youth. Barry, you got to pass on the Giants stuff this week, bro. I don't even want to talk Giants.
How did I get a pass on the Giants?
I don't want to talk Giants. The Giants right now, I'm putting them in the back burner because me and Aaron got a gentleman's bet, and I almost had to put an APB out for him. I was like, "Where you at, brother? Hey, don't even send the bad signal in the air." Because I'm like, where's Mr. Simmons? You know how you ever seen Pee Wee Herman? I was like, paging Mr. Simmons. Can somebody find Mr. Simmons? He was MIA, and I get it.
Well, no, he don't interact with nobody during still a game. So I mean, we all know that.
He could have hit me back after the game.
But like, he don't. Yeah.
I haven't. Yeah, like I literally didn't touch base with this guy till Tuesday. You know, we gonna give him some grace over here. But I'm gonna hit home with y'all, right? You ever heard of a word called bad? And then you ever heard of a thing called worse? Russell Wilson, and I'm telling you this, I'm a Niners fan. I've seen Russell Wilson a million times. Russell Wilson they say 5'8". Russell Wilson probably 5'6". Russell Wilson cannot see over the line. The first sack was on Broderick Jones, but those other 2 was Russ. And Dan Orlovsky hit it on the head. He said, Russ, you're a 12-year vet. You're a Pro Bowl. This preseason, you should come in the game 3 for 4. Okay, I'm going on the bench. No, that's not what you're getting from Russ. And I'm not saying Justin is better. I'm just saying is that this is what you get from Russ, but he can't see over the line. You can't have him doing 2 and 3 step dropbacks because he can't see. He can't see. That's his problem. And that's what's going to hinder y'all. That's what's going to slow y'all down, because the difference between him and Justin Fields is Russ is going to get sacked and Justin's going to take off running for 20 yards. Justin's going to take off running for 20 yards. Justin can still, break when the play break down. He can still run and he can do those things that Russ he can't see it. He can't do it.
What happens when the play doesn't break down, Larry? What happens when we need him to take a 4-step jump and get the ball out?
You can't.
No. I'm talking about Justin Fields. When the play doesn't break down, Justin Fields is trash.
Russell Wilson was trash too. He's
okay.
Trash.
So then what are you arguing? Trash over trash?
But if I gotta take a chance and I'm like, both of my quarterbacks can't drop back, but one he may break a 40-yard run, I'm gonna take the chance with the
one. Or he may throw an interception.
Here's the problem with that logic. I'm gonna let you go back. I'm gonna let you go in a second.
No, wait. I'm gonna tell you something else too. Let me burn for a minute, bro. I'm gonna burn right now. Have y'all seen Bo Nix? Bo Nix is looking like he should look in a Sean Payton's offense.
Dude, it's a preseason. Miss me with Bo Nix.
Russell Wilson playing in the preseason too. This is a 12-year event.
Bo Nix is trash. What is the other one? Miss me with that dude. Pick somebody else. Pick somebody else. Don't pick Bo Nix. Pick somebody else.
I'm saying right now, Bo Nix is looking amazing in Sean Payton's
Bo Nix always looks good when it don't matter. When it matters, he's trash.
Right now, Chandler.
Pick Jaden Daniels. Pick Jaden Daniels.
Right now, Bo Nix is looking amazing in that he's gonna be the starter. They just ain't said it yet. But Bo Nix looks good right now. And I'm gonna even hit harder home with y'all, right? Steve, I gotta go to this sore spot because we H-Town boys. Do y'all know that Russell Wilson has 3 seasons of 40 sacks? That is David Carr sack level. Sack level. You know how many negative plays 40 sacks are?
40.
40. Yeah, that's a lot.
40. Is it 80? Is it 100? No, it's 40.
40.
So again, here's the
David Carr level.
So here's the deal. I'll let you burn for a second. Now I'm about to cook. I'll let you burn for a second. I'll let you burn for a second.
I'm sitting up.
I'll let you burn for a second.
Okay, I'm going to tell you one thing.
I'm about to fry.
Russell Wilson is known for his deep ball. He missed Pickens.
I'm about to fry. Oh my God, I'm about to fry. I'm about to effing fry. Go ahead, go. You done? Are you done?
I'm done.
Good. So here's the thing. You claim you know football, correct?
Yep.
You know football? How can a brother throw when he can't when he had the offensive line?
You can design plays.
Design what?
It's
preseason. It's preseason. You're not going to show you that in the preseason. Make it make sense.
You trying to tell me if I'm a 12-year vet, I'm a known commodity in the league. I'm not playing real defense because we know you don't see real defense in the league. Russ shouldn't come in and be sucking like that. Russ should be able to come in, ding, ding, ding. Okay, and I'm going to sit down.
My man had 2.6 seconds to throw the fucking football.
Make sense, Larry. I'm gonna go even further. The only passes that he even looked like he remotely even completed was the little short dinks and dunks.
He took a shot down the middle of the field. Listen, Google it. YouTube is free. Look at the tape. The motherfucker.
I'm not talking about screen. I'm talking about in game.
The motherfucker took a shot down the middle of the damn field.
I'm talking about in game, bro. I'm talking about in game.
Did you watch the game?
Yes, I watched it.
Did you or you're just a routine Russell Wilson hater?
I watched the game, and I saw Russ doing the same. I saw Russ doing the same thing that got him shipped out of Seattle, the same thing that got him shipped out of Denver.
A bad offensive line?
No, dude, you can't blame everything on the offensive line. You Russell.
Yes, you can.
Bro.
Yes, you
Listen.
can.
No,
Listen,
you can't, bro.
It doesn't matter. Jesus Christ himself is back there.
The same revamped Steeler line. The same revamped Steeler line.
That played like shit.
Okay.
That's the point. The offensive line played like shit.
Justin will be starting. Justin will be starting. What we said.
It doesn't matter what play you call. It doesn't matter who you got back there.
My mother is watching. My mother is watching.
Fuck right now. I'm flying fuck. It doesn't matter if Jesus Christ is back there. If you don't have an offensive line, you can't do shit.
Wait. So I'll bullshit aside, Aaron. What you saw from Russell Wilson, you said that started material.
That's trash.
Let's take away the offensive line.
What I saw from Justin Fields was trash. What I saw from our offensive line was trash. But what we're not going to do is sit here and shit on Russell Wilson from having his first preseason game with a shitty offensive line. That's what we're not going to do.
So Justin will win our same shitty line. So what are you saying?
They both played like shit. They both played like shit, which is what I said initially.
Yep.
But there's a thing called shit and shittier. There's a thing called shit and shittier. I'm just saying, bro, it's called worse, bro. Like, dude, if you look at that.
From 150 on, Mom, don't watch this show.
Look, bro, real talk, man. Take away all the other stuff, bro. You, if you break it down, they both play bad. Everybody's already said the only thing that separates them is that Fields has the ability
to run the ball.
The only reason people say that is because they don't like Russell Wilson. That is why they say that. Okay, at the end of the hold on, Larry. Hold on. Stop, Larry. Stop, Larry. Because the fact of the matter is, and we've said this before, the majority of the criticism that is directed at Russell Wilson has nothing to do with his play on the field. It has to do with him as a person. So they've been talking about Justin Fields should be the starter. Hold on, bro. Hold on. They've been saying Justin Fields should be the starter since before any games were played. Russell Wilson's done. Russell Wilson this. Russell Wilson this. They don't like Russell Wilson, so he can't have a bad game. He can't have a bad quarter. He can't have a bad series. Okay, that is really what it comes down to.
His first series.
We're talking about his play on the field.
No, we're not. But we're not talking about his play on the field.
Not talking about his play on the field. We're not talking about how he checked and read. He threw a bad ball to George Pickens. Cool.
I'm talking about his play on the field. His play on the field is not being won.
He threw a bad ball to George Pickens. The brother went 4 for 5. He threw a bad ball to George Pickens. He got sacked 3 times because my offensive line was trash. You know what? You know what also didn't happen? We didn't run the ball well. Why? Because our offensive line is trash. You know what didn't happen? Our offensive line got hurt. My man got hurt. So come on now. You can't
play behind the same line. Fields playing behind the same line.
And Justin Fields looked like trash.
But the difference is the man had 45 yards rushing.
And what did that equate to in the game? Did it help them win the game? No, it did not. So who cares?
We got 3 points. We got 3 points with those 45 yards. Justin Fields led the team in rushing.
But you had no points. You had no points with Russ. 0.
Because my offensive line is trash.
He played one series.
You make excuses for Russ.
He played 2 series, but this is why I asked you initially, did you know football?
You making excuses for Russ.
No, I'm not making excuses. Russ looked bad. Everybody has said Russ looked bad, but you try to prop up Justin Fields like Justin Fields just got amazing.
I'm not propping him up, bro. I'm just telling you is that at the end of the day, when you're looking at the two, you're playing under the same certain conditions, bro. Russ look bad, Fields look bad passing. The difference in the two is Justin can break one. Russ
but this is a passing league. I don't need a quarterback who's going to lead me in rushing. I need a quarterback who's going to get the ball in the end zone.
Did Russ put it in the end zone?
Neither one of them did. Neither one of them did.
That's what I'm saying. Did Russ put it in the end zone? No. Did Fields put it in the end zone? No. I'm just saying is that
how many touchdowns did Justin Fields throw last year? How many touchdowns Justin Fields throw last year?
Don't get me started there, because
no. I'm asking a question. How many touchdowns did he throw?
I don't know, but
I know Russell Wilson threw more than him.
He got a lot of empty calories too. He got a whole lot of empty calories.
He got in the end zone.
He got a whole lot of empty calories.
He got in the end zone though.
See, that's what Russell Wilson is. He won't give Russ credit for nothing. That's just a hater. He's just a hater.
Russ threw 3 touchdowns when they was getting blowout 70-12. He threw 3 touchdowns in that game. They got
whichever one y'all don't want. Can I take them in New York?
I'm just saying.
Whichever nigga y'all don't want, let me have it for a minute.
That's like last season in the playoffs. They was like Dak had an amazing game against the Packers. They was getting garbage points.
Justin Fields threw 16 touchdowns last year. 16. Is this microphone on? 16 touchdowns Justin Fields threw last year.
Russell threw 26. And Russell threw 26.
He got hurt.
Russell threw 26.
And wait. When didn't they take him out? When did they take him out?
They took him out for the last 3 games, and he still had 26 touchdowns.
Aaron, I sent you the numbers. Russ cooks against bad defenses. Russ was looking like hot garbage.
That's what you're supposed to do.
You Russell Wilson.
That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to beat the bad teams and break 500 against the good teams, and then you win your division. That's how this works.
Y'all doing this on purpose because y'all know I want to go to bed, right? Y'all doing this on purpose.
Nobody don't care if I go to bed. I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna put it like this, right?
I ain't on Central Time like you, Larry.
Look,
I gotta go to bed.
I had some other stuff to talk about, but I mean,
we don't want to.
I'm gonna let y'all go because
I'm gonna put it like this, man. I don't want to put all this stock into one freaking preseason game.
But y'all just yelled for 20 minutes about the preseason game.
But Sirius wants to say this giant season over because of one.
Because people trying to tell me about Russ. Like Russ hasn't been reinvented. Russ is the same Russ. You're getting the same Russ.
They know that. That's why they hired Arthur Smith.
And that's why they brought him in, because the same old Russ is better than any quarterback they had on the roster last year.
Yeah. So you're getting the same Russ stuff.
The same old Russ is better than Mason Rudolph and all.
Here's the funny thing. This time last year, a good portion of Steelers fans thought that we had an offense that can move the football because we done hung up 37 points on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Pittsburgh Steelers were undefeated last year in preseason. With Kenny Pickett, Mr. Trubisky, who's now hurt, and Mason Rudolph because we slung it up and down the field. Pause. It's preseason. I want them to play better. Don't get it twisted. But if we take what preseason it looks like now as the microcosm of what it's going to look like later on, Kansas City's 0-2 now. We don't see them seeing the skies falling.
So this is what I'm gonna tell you about your Steelers, bro. And this is my observation, right?
Okay, keep in mind. I'm a Steelers fan.
Yeah, so yes, as a Steelers fan, right? This is what, because we all know you don't run real offenses in the preseason. You don't run real defenses in the preseason, right? Remember what I said? I said the problem with the Steelers beginning the season was that they could not run the ball. They were averaging like 2 yards a carry or something like that the first couple of games. They couldn't run the ball. We all said they revamped that offensive line. This is the season they put stock into the offensive line. My major concern is where's the improvement in the offensive line?
Nick Herbert got hurt.
I don't want to see. I'm just saying, I get it.
Nick Herbert got hurt. Alex Amalu got hurt. Broderick Jones got out of position, and Trey Fontana got hurt.
Is hurt.
I get
so
that, but that's
my
why
offensive line is hurt.
But I'm saying during the season, your starter's not going to play every snap, and your starter's not going to be in the game all the time. I want to see improvement in the offensive line.
I do too.
Which is what you brought Arthur Smith in to do. That's a bigger issue for me than Russell Wilson versus Justin Fields.
They didn't bring him in to improve the offensive line. That's the offensive line coach's job.
He's running coach. He brought in for his running game and his offense. The same running game offense he ran in Tennessee. That's why they brought him in.
Yes, but you need an offensive line which is chosen by other people, the GM, in order to run your system.
Mm-hmm. And you need Chris Johnson too.
I'm sorry.
Don't forget, you need Chris Johnson
and Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah. And Mike Munchak to run your offensive line.
I'm glad you said that because the Steelers' offensive line ain't been right since Munchak left.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
And where did he go? Tennessee.
Yep.
But that's what I'm saying.
I don't see why they didn't go out and get Bill Callahan, because we all know Bill Callahan Sr., not the clown son. We know Bill Callahan can coach an offensive line.
I'm not sure why they did that. Again, if you ask me, I want us to go get Cliff Kingsbury, who's up the street, but I understand.
What y'all should have did, y'all should have went and got one of these good old Kyle disciples over here, man. Because
no, we ain't messing with y'all.
We don't need none of that.
Zone blocking, stop it. You can put running back behind zone blocking.
Listen, how many Super Bowls has Kyle won?
Zone blocking is not Steelers football,
dude. But I'm just telling you,
that's not gonna fly. Like
it ain't gonna fly. But
blocking,
it works.
Blocking an area of the field is not gonna fly here. It's just not. I live here long.
How many thousand
people not gonna like that. Now, again,
runners?
I agree with you. Zone blocking, 3-step drops. That might be the move for the Steelers. But that's not gonna fly here. It's just
in December, in January. Nah,
it's
man.
Man on man.
Hat on hat.
Watch how Joe Mixon run. Watch how Joe Mixon look running in that offense.
I can't look at that. But what
Joe Mixon? Did you say Joe Mixon?
Listen, I'm about to watch Barack on the DNC.
Joe Mixon gonna be hurt 2 games into the season, man.
Steve, Arian Foster. Remember how Arian Foster looked running behind Kubiak in that offense?
Until he got hurt, and
then Arian had some half amazing, half man seasons.
But that wasn't his own blocking's fault that his legs exploded. You know.
Well, no. It's the same thing. He keeps bringing up guys who've done nothing in the playoffs. He keeps bringing up names of people who did nothing in the playoffs.
I mean, like Gary Kubiak. Gary Kubiak could get that line together in 2 weeks.
The last thing I heard, Danny Shanahan got 2 Super Bowls. So what are you talking about, Chandler? It's the same offense.
The father, right?
It's the same offense. It's the same blocking offense.
But the father, not the son.
It's the same offense. It's the Denver Broncos.
Obviously, it's not the same offense since Kyle hasn't won a damn thing.
It's the same offense.
It can't possibly be the same since Kyle hasn't won a damn thing.
I mean, Kyle put his own tweaks on it, but it's the same zone running.
It's not the same offense if he put his twist on it.
It's the same zone Denver Broncos.
Has Kyle Shanahan? Let me ask you: Did Mike Shanahan ever lose a 25-point lead in the Super Bowl?
Chandler, you know what I'm gonna tell you, and I'm being real with you, bro. Breece Hall, y'all run the Denver Broncos zone running blocking. Breece Hall runs behind that offense,
and the Jets have won what with Breece Hall?
I'm not talking about winning. Breece Hall has put.
I'm talking about winning. I don't give a damn about numbers. I want to win.
We're not talking about winning. We're talking about what would fix the Steelers' running game, bro. That's what we're talking about.
If it ain't going to help them win, I don't care about it.
Nothing gonna help the Jets. Come on,
look. If we're talking about the Jets, we're talking about the Jets.
The Jets are cursed. Like they have black cat running around.
And I just want to say this, and then I'm done. Like if we're talking about the Jets, like has Reddick tried fighting Salah? Because it seemed to work for Judon. So I'm just. Has he tried to fight Salah?
Hassan Reddick ain't even been to the stadium since his press conference.
Nope, he ain't even drive by that.
He should simply just run a play out of the Matthew Judon.
He went on Route 9 or something. He going on the Garden State Park,
and then you get traded. Just go up to Salah and start fighting them, and then that's how you get traded. You know, just
listen. I want to punch Robert Saleh in the face, so Hassan Reddick gonna have to get in line behind me.
Also, man, he just wear a green shirt. He don't even put the logo on.
I'm just trying to offer some solution. Like I said, just like has he tried fighting the coach? Because it seems to work. You know, so
this is Saleh's last year for real, though.
Anywho, let's get out of here, gentlemen, man. Coach, thanks for coming by, kicking with us, man. Give me a plug in the club and shut it down, sir.
All right, y'all already know, man. Like another spirited boardroom meeting, turned into Def Comedy Jam for a little bit there, but be that as it may, it's like we'll put the timestamp. It's like the show was PG, and then like around a certain mark,
I think about 145. It started once Sirius started moving to NFL.
For people who are listening via Spotify, it's like we're gonna put the timestamps on there, and it's like it's a certain part of the show where the show went from Sesame Street to Def Comedy Jam, so to speak. But it's like, and it was surprising who it was. But anyway, if you love this banter, if you love the back and forth, show the love by sharing the link. You know, we're everywhere, all over social media, Spotify, as I mentioned. Make sure you're streaming this on Spotify. Just start the show and just like let it play all day. Just keep it on in the background. You don't gotta just listen to the show once. Please listen to what we're saying, and then like the rest of the day, just have it on in the background. You know what I'm saying? And then let people know, like the executives view, these boys are doing something special on Tuesday nights. You know, but other than that, like I said, love being here, love to talk. It is getting late, so I am going to speed run through my end. You already know, God is good
all the time.
Water is life. Make sure to drink your water, everybody. Make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure you drink your water. And of course, Wu-Tang is for the team. See y'all next week.
See you later, Coach. You know what, man, thanks for popping on and kicking with us, man. You know what to do, man. Give us a plug and a close and shut it down, sir.
Larry made my head hurt, man. He made my head hurt. Wow. Option 988, veterans, families of veterans, friends of veterans, 22 veterans commit suicide a day. We need to get that number down. And for those of you that are sports fans, just remember, according to Larry, it doesn't matter if your team wins. It only matters if your quarterback can run, your running back can run, or if your basketball team, the guy scores a lot of points. But it's not about winning. Come out.
Hi, CK. Larry, you know what to do, my guy. Give us a plug.
Hey, man, look, I didn't accomplish my mission for the night. I didn't make Unc head hurt. He gonna remember this for the next 3 days. He gonna be like, man, I still
I need that brother to go to sleep, man. I don't need him to remember, but I need that brother to go to sleep.
Look, that's good. Hey, make his head hurt. He'll remember this conversation, bro. Hey, look, I'm gonna just say from now on, we all know there are certain trigger words that trigger people around here. You know, I ain't even say beach volleyball, you know, trigger Chandler. Now I know I gotta say Steeler quarterback and trigger Aaron, you know. Hey, but if we're gonna talk about IU, that's what I love about this show. Y'all know me. We Niners fans. I say, look, let's clear the air on it. Let's pull the elephant out the room. Let's talk about IU. We're gonna talk about Russell Wilson. We're gonna talk about, you know, Daniel Jones. We the guys that like, look, we get it. People get it. They feelings about stuff, but we gonna talk about the stuff that need to be talked about. And I love it, bro. I love it. Like I say, people will probably watch this show and be like, man, Larry and Aaron been getting into it all night. And tomorrow we gonna be on some kumbaya. Hey, brother, what's up, man?
Tomorrow we on that shit now, dog.
Yeah, we gonna hash it out, man. Hey, he already know I'm over here like, look, we getting into fantasy football season. So we good over here. But yeah, brothers, another good night. I'm in Central Time, so you know it's still late for me, but I know it's later for y'all. And I'm gonna wrap it up and just be like, man, you know, hey, we good, and I'm out.
Yes, sir, man. Thank you so much, Larry. Yo, I need to get with him because I think I was about to sign probably today or tomorrow, so it should be fun talking.
Yeah, that was like 3 days ago. You're supposed to sign.
Hey, yo, you know what? I saw something like that the Niners and Ayuk are like in the last stages of like some type of deal or whatever. I should have seen you guys in the thread, but I think that's about to get done. And honestly, for me, it's about damn time. Like this has been the longest running soap opera that doesn't seem to want to effing end. So I didn't care if he was in Pittsburgh. I didn't care if he was in San Fran. Obviously, I wanted him in Pittsburgh. Get it done. Let's move on. So, Larry, we're talking a little bit, homie. You know what? You know, villain, you know, there are moments, there are pockets in time where time stands still. This is one of those moments, my guy. I love doing this show with you, my dude, man. Give me a plug in the closet and shut it down, homie.
Yeah, I'm tired. It tires me out having to talk about Daniel Jones, good or bad. I know he stinks. I know this, man. You know what I mean? Like, damn it. But listen, shout out to the chef. I'm not chef, sorry. Sorry. You see how tired I am? So shout out to the boardroom members, Larry, Coach taking time out of his busy schedule. I know he's very busy recruiting. You know, we got a lot of shows popping off. Next week, we'll be doing a Giants preview where I could talk in peace about my Giants and not have to worry about everybody else bombarding me with hate or just trying to trigger the villain. Shout out to Adriana Arafola, New York Giants fangirl. We'll be doing the show together next week. Might have my little fangirl with me next week. I promised her, so Daddy's gonna follow through on his promise. So do a little bit of the show with me. But other than that, man, we got a lot of big things popping, man. Fantasy football season's here. I'm coming for the belt. Everybody put your money up so I can get a belt. All right, peace.
All right, boy. Man, it's your boy Sirius repping now 412 and the 703, man. It's such a privilege and a pleasure to do this show with everybody, man, every week, man. Friday, this upcoming Friday, the 23rd of August, man, my father and I will get back behind this microphone and talk everything Pittsburgh Steelers regarding these first two preseason games and kind of look ahead to what we're expecting when we go out to the Motor City on this weekend to finish up this preseason joint. And then the games start to count. And so we're looking forward to that. Fantasy football drafts are starting. We're going to try to put together like a fantasy toolkit for everybody to kind of, see where you're at with your ADP, different draft strategies. So I kind of wanted to kind of tease that a little bit. I'm still working with the powers that be. But with that being said, man, I love doing this show, man. God bless. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.